fear not. I'm going to explain this to you just shortly. But the first thing that we have to do is talk a little bit about the metric system. Now, we have kilo, hecto, deca.
What happened? Oh, okay. Okay, good. She's smart.
Hello, my science lovers. Today we are talking about the science of RARs and laws, essentially the metric system. So what exactly is this? What are RARs and laws? So that's kind of what we're going to address today. What are they? How do we use it? And why is this even a thing with these laws and RARs? You might be thinking, oh yeah, okay. So what we need to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the metric system. And it's actively used by scientists as it is agreed upon on what units mean. Grams, liters, meters. We also use prefixes to tell us just how many grams, meters, and liters are a particular thing. I bet you've never heard of the metric unit RAR or the metric unit law. Well, fear not. I'm going to explain this to you just shortly. But the first thing that we have to do is talk a little bit about the metric system. Now, we have kilo, hecto, deca, units, deci, centi, and milli. So normally we have meters, grams, and liters. Meters measure length, grams measure mass, and liters measure volume. Now, we can throw prefixes in front of that to tell us just how many we have of those particular things. So, kilo means 1,000. So if we have a kilometer, that means we have 1,000 meters. If we have a millimeter, that means we have 1/1,000th of a meter. That's teeny tiny. So the further to the right we move, the smaller and itty bitty it gets. The further to the left we move, the larger it gets. So how does this all come into play? And what exactly are we looking at? Well, let's talk about what RAR and law is. So I said meters are measurements of length. Mass is measured by grams, and liters measure volume. Well, RAR is a unit of sexy, and law is a unit of funny. So let's take into consideration the film Winter Soldier. It has a kilo RAR, which means it has 1,000 sexies. Man, we got Bucky up in there. We got Captain America bringing on some all sexiness. And you're like, I'm more in the Bucky camp, but that's okay. Some people be digging on Cap. So, 1,000 sexies between the two of them. But, milli laws. About 1/1,000th of funny. Not very funny film, okay? Well, let's take in consideration Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a hecto-RAR. We have about 100 sexies between Star-Lord and Gamora. So pretty sexiness going on there. But it has a kilo law. 1,000 funnies. So it has substantially more funnies than the Winter Soldier. And it has a respectable amount of sexies. So why are we doing this? What is this particular thing going on? So let's talk about it. So the metric system is a fantastic way of comparing different things through measurements. Now, if we took into account those two variables to determine which film was better, clearly Guardians would win for the collectively larger amount of laws and a respectable amount of RARs. Now, I am certain other variables play a role in which film is superior, but by my calculations, which are entirely arbitrary for personal opinion, Guardians wins. What do you think? How many laws and RARs would you have assigned for each particular film? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. Now, please do check out the awesome Hannibal and Monty and their show. Like, share, and subscribe. If you like what I do, hop over to youtube.com/scientistmel, scientistmel.com, or hop on Twitter, same name, Scientist Mel. And let's have a chat about all the sciencey things and throw in some superhero fun. I hope you've enjoyed the Science of RARs and Laws Metric Edition. Have a great night and enjoy the show. Bye!
masked producer and a headphone-wearing comic book artist get together to talk music shit, comic book shit, and political shit on the internet. Monty. Hannibal the Beat Animal. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show! Holy shit! My name gets to be in the title this time. Hannibal and Monty Shit Show.
Why is my name second? What kind of shit is this?
Hannibal and Monty Shit Show. Let's talk some shit.
Get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Are we live?
Oh, yes, we are live. I'm sitting here typing. I couldn't hear our intro music, so. Wow. Look at that. I'm trying to get ready for the show.
I was waiting on you to give me the cue.
Yeah. I'm sitting here typing, not paying attention, but here, look. Let's pretend it just ended. Get your shit together.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's
there
it.
we go. That was your cue.
Oh, that was your lead. Okay. Welcome to the Hannibal and Monty Shit Show, episode 13. Lucky 13. Maybe an episode about...
What are you doing? Dance off, bro. Me and you.
Yes. Or.
I can do this all day.
There we go.
That's funny. A nice long pause for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah.
Like that.
So welcome to the shit show, everybody.
Yeah.
It's time to get into some shit, but before we do, we got to first thank Scientist Mel. Thank you so much for that intro. That was amazing. And for the record, Mel is right. Shut up, Hannibal. Let me finish his intro.
All right. So that, so it's gonna be that type of show, huh? All right. Good to know.
So
good to know.
If you enjoyed what Scientist Mel did, go check her out. Follow her everywhere at Scientist Mel. She's all over the place. And if you want your opinion heard on this show, we will be doing voicemails today. We got a bunch. And you can call anytime during the show, 262-686-7448, and I will play your voicemails on the show. Also, add us on Facebook, facebook.com/Hannibal and Monty, Instagram, Hannibal and Monty. And if you like the show, click the like button, share the shit out of this. If you don't like it, click the thumbs down. We want it all. Let us have it. Let's do this. And if you're a normal person and you agree with me, just in the chat, randomly type don't listen to Hannibal or hashtag Hannibal is wrong.
And if you know that what I'm saying is facts, then go ahead and use the hashtag Monty is wrong.
But before we
trending on Twitter before the night's over with.
Before we go any further, we have to introduce our guests. Second time on Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show.
Yeah.
Nate Broady, what is up, dude?
Yo, what's going on? Sorry about it. I'm trying to fix my camera here. It just will not act right. So right now I got to put some act right in it. But what's going on, guys?
Not too much.
You know what else won't act right? Monty's opinion of these movies. So.
Oh my God, I've been listening, but you know what? I'm gonna go into sort of open mind because I'm already biased to one side. So I just want to see what you guys really think about this.
All right. Well, and I will say this: unlike most shit shows where there's a topic, we usually spend a lot of time doing a bunch of other shit, getting to it. Not this time. There might be a little bit of intro coming up, but we are jumping right into the topic pretty much. Everything kind of leads into this topic. But yeah, so we will be discussing this for the entire shit show. So wait, somebody's saying something the Creole Alliance is in the chat. What up, Ben? or Creole Alliance. I don't know if somebody else is running it, but see, I lost my place because with all this wrongness floating around, and I have a feeling I'm gonna predict that you're on Hannibal's side, Nate. Don't tell me right now.
You know what? Let's give it time, and then we'll both make our cases, and then we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it.
All right,
You know, like how Joe Budden says, let's talk about it.
Yes,
That's what I'm talking about.
All right. That's what we're gonna do. So let's just get this train rolling on the show. Let's talk about what's coming up next on the shit show first.
It's like you watch the beginning of an episode of Game of Thrones, and then they tell you what's gonna happen next week on Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we don't do like two-parters. This is like those sitcoms you only have to watch one episode of. So, but I think on the 6th, that's coming up. That's coming up real soon. That's Sunday. On the 6th, we'll be on that on the second the other Drunken Peasant show. I always get this wrong. I feel so bad for not knowing the name off the top of my head. Altered Reality or something like that. But it should be fun. It should be fun. I've checked out a few of them. I just can't remember the name. We'll be on there on the 6th. And on the 8th, we will be doing either another Sunken Place episode or talking about rap beefs. Have we decided yet?
Yeah, let's. I'm leaning towards us doing the rap beefs of 2018.
Okay.
You know, we go through all of those beefs, and then we'll circumnavigate that landscape. Like which ones were good, which ones were bullshit, which ones were bullshit.
Yes.
Go there.
Yo, I want to say one thing though. Hashtag Pusha T, baby. He killed Drake, but he fell off the planet.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. So. Yeah, that'll be on the 8th, which is next week's show, and we'll have Daryl, the second third of Team MFN. And on the 15th, we will be watching all of the comic book movies that came out in 2018 and ranking them. Hopefully me and Hannibal don't disagree on something this hard again on that show. So we'll see. We'll see what we thought about 2018. And then on the 22nd, we will be doing Hannibal and Monty's Shit Show first annual Golden Turd Awards.
Yes, the Golden Turds.
Yes.
So we give awards for all the best and most relevant shit of the year.
Yes. And Ben from the Creole Alliance had a really good shortened name for the Golden Turd Awards. So if you happen to win a Golden Turd Award, you have won a shitty. So, so I kind of like that name. And then the episode that I've been posting on Facebook about and YouTube daily, on the 29th, we are doing an entire episode of Fair or Foul, and it's Nickelback Sucks, Fair or Foul.
Yeah.
And we're gonna break down all 9 Nickelback albums with.
There's Nate Broady. There he is.
There we go. Now we see him.
I had to find my other camera, so
there we go.
Good now.
We're breaking down all 9 Nickelback albums with Remy D, and who's an actual Nickelback fan. So.
Nice. So first off, I appreciate you for calling Remy D.
Yes.
Because you've been calling Remy D Hennessy J this whole time. So
Hennessy
I
J.
appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly. Wait, hang on. There we go.
Hennessy. Why don't white people?
So yeah, it's or we could call the Nickelback show Mayonnaise Mayhem, but we don't have to. But that's what we have on the calendar coming up in January. January is going to be a fun month, and on the 29th, I will finally be able to stop listening to Nickelback. I don't know if you're friends with me on Facebook, Nate. I have been constantly nothing but Nickelback for the entire month. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and just real quick, I wanna say this to all of our fans that are watching, all of the people watching the show right now. First off, welcome. We love having you guys tune in and week out. All of the familiars, all of the new people. We thank y'all for being here. So Monty and I have decided that every month we are going to do a torture episode, meaning that we will torture ourselves to please you guys. Last month we did the Transformers episode. This month we are gonna like last month we watched all the Michael Bay Transformer movies in like 1 or 2 days and then talked about it for the show. It was fucking awful. It was an awful experience, and I hate y'all for making us do it.
Wow.
Then this month we're doing the Nickelback episode where we listen to all 9. Yes, I said 9 Nickelback albums, and then we're gonna talk about them. And next month, for Black History Month.
Oh, you're making it official. Fuck. We can't back out now.
I'm putting it out there so that way we're committed to it.
All right.
Hold on, let me get my hair together. Hold on. Wait a minute. My shit right. Okay. It took a long time to get this little piece red. All the rest of this shit, you know, it's crazy. So next month we will be watching all of Tyler Perry's movies, and we will be talking about them. It's just
that's
like,
a lot of movies, though. That's a lot of movies.
We
yes, it is.
It is 21 Tyler Perry movies.
Even the Medea joints, but y'all not looking at the Medea joints, the one that he was running around the country doing when he first started, right?
What we're doing is any movie, any film that he made that he either directed and wrote or wrote and produced. You know what I'm saying?
But all y'all counting those Medea movies? You know how he used to do those Medea movies?
No, I'm not talking about those stage plays that
no, we're not doing that.
Parking lot at Walmart. Like we're not talking about those shits.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like like Medea's fucking Medea goes to summer camp and fucking
like,
like
them shits out like every week.
We're not doing those movies.
No,
you know what I'm
saying?
We're doing we're just doing the other Tyler Perry movies.
Yeah. I can't handle all that.
I've seen one Tyler Perry movie in my life. I saw the first one, and I was like, nah, this ain't for me. Monty has seen 0.
Yep, a whole 0.
Some of that Medea stuff is funny, though. I'll keep it real. But yeah, some of it is funny. But I couldn't watch that. That couldn't be like my watch list. I don't know about that.
Yeah. But, like I'm so staunch about Tyler Perry movies that like when I was single, which was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But if I have a girlfriend application and question number 3 would be about movies, and there's certain things that a woman could say that would instantly get her flagged, like, and then just the date would be over right then and there. If I asked you about your favorite movies, and if she said, do you mean black movies or white movies? Date's over. You lost. You already disqualified from dating Hannibal. That's just dead. You know what I'm saying? If you said any Tyler Perry film, there's certain answers that are flagged. If you say any Tyler Perry film, it's dead. Relationship over. It's done.
I can understand that. Understand that.
All right. Well, there we go. So that's our torture for next month. And so let's get this thing going. So just so you know, I think next, what do you think? Fair or foul?
I switch masks.
All right. Yeah, we can roll into fair or foul and then hit the stuff where we're actually going to dig into this. So,
okay. So I'm only doing 3. So we only do 3 fair or foul.
All right. Does that 3 count what Nate mentioned earlier?
No, we'll talk about that. We'll just talk about that.
All right, that'll work. Wait, what were you gonna say, Nate?
No, so before you guys get into your movie, I do want to say one thing.
What's that?
I want to just give my critique, my overall view on the whole Marvel universe. I am just so the fans know, I'm a comic book fan. Like when I say fan, I am a fanatic. I actually have old comic books from 30 years ago. I have today. I am a fan. I've watched every Marvel movie like religiously. Like if Marvel puts out a movie, I am going to watch it. Period. That is just the way I roll with Marvel. I'm a DC fan, but I'm a Marvel fanatic. So, I'm talking about the source material. I'm talking about I go that deep into it. So, when we talk about this, I'm coming from that perspective. So you guys know I'm coming from it as a guy who read the Guardians of the Galaxy comic books and was like, this ain't for me. But I read the series at one point. This is where I'm.
Yeah, I think we're all the same with that. So this ought to be fun. So it'll be fun. This will be our appetizer before we dig in and deal with this.
Like before I missed Comic-Con this year, I had a 10-year straight run of going to Comic-Con. That's how dedicated I am to the cause.
I remember you saying that. I hope whoever won those tickets enjoyed them.
Yeah, I couldn't even get rid of them.
Really?
That's because they have this stupid rule because they're so afraid of scalpers that they make it almost impossible for you to get rid of those tickets.
Wow.
So it's like once you buy them, you just stuck with them.
Well, it's not only once you but like I bought them thinking I'm going to use them, so I filled out all plus stuff, put my name on everything. So when you're trying to transfer them, you got to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? Because now they got to know why and this. So are you selling them? It just got crazy. So I said, fuck it. I'm just gonna take it out.
Wow. Well, that sucks. But all right. Well, let's start up the shit show. Let's warm this big truck up. Let's do fair or foul. And Nate, you're here for the debut of the brand new intro video for fair or foul.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm very excited.
Yeah, this will be Hannibal's first time seeing it.
Yeah, I did the music. Monty did the video, so I'm very curious to see if the video matches the music. So
I'm curious to see what you think about it. Let's see. Here we go. Fair or foul?
Yes. How big are your balls? Okay, Mr. Rashid. Are they ready for the truth?
Yes, they're ready for it.
Just love it.
And what's good? And how do they hurt us? Because they love Phil.
We don't need to give any time to them, Master.
We're talking about deliverance. See, I'm talking, so many people out there are captives. And I'm talking about homosexual lifestyle. I was delivered from something like that. I was a prostitute for over 30 years. I sold my body on the street corners. See, I can talk about that sin. Hallelujah. Because see, I was wrapped up, tied up, tangled up. And I loved it when I was doing it. Hallelujah. God came and purged me. Hallelujah. God made me get it the old-fashioned way. You just turn your soul unto me and I'll use you. But now I can shake for Jesus. Under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. Bless you.
Suck my cock.
God bless you.
Has the Imperial Magistrate reached a verdict? I have. Guilty or innocent? Innocent. Feed him to the
There we go. There we go. Fair or foul?
You guys went to the Transformers movie. I'm looking at the Matrix and Optimus Prime's chest. Rodimus Prime. You can tell I aged myself, man. That's 40 years ago.
Man, my heart broke when Optimus Prime died. That's the first movie that ever made me cry.
Oh, wow. But they brought him back real quick though, because Rodimus Prime wasn't working.
They did because we revolted. We were like, no, Optimus Prime cannot be dead. And look, I'll say right now, Optimus Prime being dead is foul. So,
but they killed when they killed him though. That was a really good death scene.
Yeah,
the Prime.
Yeah. And you know, research and development was telling me, you know, before, I don't want to get totally off topic with it, but in the Bumblebee movie, it is the only Transformers movie to have a badass scene. First off, like in my opinion, but they ended up cutting out. He was trying to copy that opening fight from the '80s movie. And there was a part that they had to cut out where Starscream actually shot his leg off, just like in that opening fight. But we didn't get it, so. But it was still awesome. But anyway, Hannibal, give us some fair fouls.
All right, I'm just gonna jump.
Wait,
so I have so many.
Nate, do you know how this works, Nate?
No.
There you go. You gotta explain.
All right, so the way fair foul works is I grab random news stories that I've come across in my deep dive of the internet, and you know, we're gonna talk a little bit about the story, and then we try to decide if what happened in the story was fair or if it was foul. If the shit that happened, you know, was supposed to happen, or if it was a fucked up thing that happened at the end. So that's what we're gonna talk about. We're only gonna do a couple of these because we're gonna get into Monty being wrong. I mean, the rest of the show. I mean, whatever. However you want to, however you see it. Okay. First thing, I have so many of these, so I can literally just grab any one I want. You know what? I'm gonna grab the shit of the day right now, because this one has been floating around the internet for the last couple days. There's a story about this man who attacked a McDonald's employee and she fought back. Right? So I don't know if you guys have seen this video yet or not.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so the video is a verbal exchange that escalated in St. Petersburg, Florida. Of course, this happened in Florida, because what does Charlemagne say all the time on the Breakfast Club? The craziest people in the whole world either live in the Bronx or all of Florida. You know what I'm saying? And this is just one of them stories that just kind of perpetuates what Charlemagne be saying. Shout out to Charlemagne the God and the Breakfast Club. They need to have us on. Y'all say y'all the best show on radio. We the best show on the internet. So look, listen. Anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of that, one of the Golden Turd Awards is second best show on YouTube. So.
Right. So, the quick version of the story is a verbal exchange happened. Like a guy comes into McDonald's. Matter of fact, I can tell you because I know this story like back of my hand. So, guy comes into McDonald's, orders some stuff, and they don't give him a straw because Florida had just passed legislation where they don't automatically give people straws. You have to ask for a straw in order to get a straw. So the guy comes in, doesn't get a straw, and he starts getting real reckless with them. He's like, yeah, why y'all didn't give me a straw? I said, because you didn't ask for a straw. You have to ask for a straw. And he's like, why do I have to ask for the straw? Y'all supposed to just give me a straw. And he's like, no, sir, there's a law now. And he was like, there's no law, blah, blah. And the girl is trying to explain to him that it is a law. So the guy walks over to the register. And like as this back and forth is going, some random person pulls out their phone and starts recording it. And within 5 seconds of this person pulling out their phone, this guy reaches across the register, it's a white guy, and grabs this black girl by the shirt and drags her over the counter. Like, motherfucker, you gonna give me the straw. And then she just starts swinging on his ass. She just starts, bam, bam, bam. Arms going both ways like she playing double dutch. That bitch starts swinging on his ass. All right?
All right.
Yeah, up.
Yeah.
Yeah. As she swings on him, she gets a good 8 to 10 licks in. As she gets her like 9th or 10th lick in, you know what I'm saying? Let's be fair. She's not doing no real damage here. All right. Like, he's getting hit, but he's not like, it's not really fucking him up. It's not like Mayweather or Tyson, somebody hitting him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at this point, like some of the employees step in, they separate him. You know what I'm saying? She's talking shit. He's saying she's going to get fired. The manager continues to finish the order, right? Damn. As opposed to just throwing the dude out the store. But the whole time this shit happens, nobody in the store tries to stop the fight. At no point does anybody separate them until after she hits him about 9 or 10 times in the face.
Wow.
So the question is it fair or foul that her employees did not come to her defense?
I say foul.
You think foul? Why you say so?
Like, you got to step in and do something. Like, you just going to stand back and watch it happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think if we all at McDonald's, you got especially somebody here yoked up and pulled her across the counter.
Yeah, like
that's a little above and beyond right there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like him slapping her. He like you yoking her up. Yeah, you got to step in.
Yeah, the minute that dude reached in and grabbed her, somebody should have been like, nope.
See something like that happened up here in New York a while ago, where down in Greenwich Village, like somebody, I think they were paying and they didn't have change for like a 50 or something like that. So these two women attacked the guy at the register, but he went back and got like a steel rod and cracked their skulls.
Wow.
So, yeah, but they arrested him, but then the prosecutor said they couldn't prosecute him because nobody would convict him because they jumped over the counter to go get him. So they were like, as soon as you jump over the counter, whatever happens at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, the police did end up arresting him and then charging him with like battery and assault and a couple other things, but they didn't charge him because of what he did to her. Apparently, as he exited the McDonald's, he got into it with a second person. And it was because of that interaction that he was arrested.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was the second person white?
So I don't know the details about the interaction with the second person, but I would venture to say that person probably had good credit. That's all I'm gonna say. They white, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they benefit from no privilege. I'm just saying they probably had really good credit.
Wow. All right. All right. Well, what do we got next? Wait. What do you think? What is your vote? Fair or foul? We always skip you.
Yeah, and so it's weird because I was trying to think about it. It was like, so if that was me in that situation, like, because a lot of people always like to do that, the had that been me shit. Like, oh, if that had been me, I wouldn't have let that shit go down. But the reality is, when shit like that happens, a lot of what happens is just we're shocked that it's happening and we don't know how to react. And then people are probably thinking, well, this man's crazy. If he wasn't to beat this chick ass for some straws, he might got a gun or a pistol. We start to justify all types of reasons why we don't intervene. You know what I'm saying? And so I can see why people would be like, oh yeah, had that have been me and this and that. And I sort of understand why they didn't jump in. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when the dust settles and the smoke clears, y'all, all them dudes that work in that restaurant is on the wrong side of history. Y'all should have jumped in on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's just all the way fine. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so, there we go.
All right. That story. All right. So the second story, I don't know where I be finding this shit. Louisiana cop charged with 40 counts of animal sex abuse.
What?
All right. So, a police officer in Louisiana turned himself over to authorities on Wednesday on warrants alleging that he had multiple sexual encounters with an animal and filmed his exploits. Okay? So, not only was he fucking the goat, but then he recorded himself fucking the goat so he could keep that for his spank bank later. We're going to come back to that.
Oh my God.
Terry Yetman, 38, is looking at 20 counts of sexual abuse of animals by performing sexual acts with an animal and 20 counts of sexual abuse of animals by filming sexual acts with an animal. Authorities were tipped off by the police officers' alleged acts back in August, which led to a search warrant being issued. And then they caught the guy, blah, blah, blah. They found the porn. He is currently being held on $350,000 bond and could face up to 5 years in prison if found guilty. Now, this story is not where the fair and foul comes in. I'm going to the comment section live on Vlad TV.
Okay.
Oh, my
God. One of the comments said, hide your dog, hide your cat, because they out here raping everybody. You know what I'm saying? And which I thought was great. And he said, do they have to register as animal sex offenders? They should. Whenever they move to a neighborhood, everyone should get a notice that they should have an animal sex offender map, so people have to be careful when and where they walk their dogs. So the question is, there is no national sex offender registry. Like, there's a few cities and towns that do this, but by and large, there's no national thing that does this. So, fair or foul, should there be an animal sex offender registry?
Wait. What statement are
Wait, they should have an animal sex offender registry. Fair or foul? I think they should. I think it's fair. I think it's absolutely fair. I think if you fuck a dog, you know what I'm saying, you should fucking have to put your name. You should have to go around to all your neighbors and say, hey, what's up? My name's David Yateman. I fucked the dog.
Damn.
I was about to say foul, but if you're gonna fuck a dog, there should be something long lasting with it. Or I don't know if there should be something long lasting. I'm torn.
It's like let's make it from a dog to a cow. If you fuck the cow, you get 5 years, but if you fucking stab it and eat it, you get nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how far we go with this thing.
I mean, you saying you don't know how far we go with this thing. How far is he going with this thing? This motherfucker fuck animals. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker decided not like, and I'm stealing it from Dave Chappelle. He said, "I'm out of the human pussy game." Okay?
Big time too. That'd be one hell of a conviction too. Just imagine putting that on your resume. Like, yeah, you know, I fucking got my. I did 5 years. 5 years for that.
Bro, and look, normally I try to see both sides of a story.
There's no both sides here though. What's the other side?
Well, I was trying to think, well, what if maybe him and first off, they don't say what animal it is. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know if it was multiple animals or if it was the same animal that he just fucked multiple times. Because what if him and the animal is in love?
That's true.
What if that animal is bait? Okay.
I just can't. I
can't do it. Look, at the end of the day, like, he fucked the animal. I think he should have to go around and knock on everybody's door and be like, yeah, man. So, you know, sometimes I fuck goats and chickens and llamas, camels.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to go fair. Animal sex offender registry. I'm sold. Yeah. I'm in.
I don't know, man. I'm on the foul side of that, bro.
You don't think they should have to register if you fuck animal?
Don't register them. Nah, don't register them, man. Don't register them. I'm just against any type of registry. So
all right.
Fair enough.
I'm against any type of registry that affects me. If there was a registry for niggas that wear masks and make beats, I would be against that shit. But if it was a registry about people that do meth and fuck dogs, do that shit, I'm good with it. What are you talking about? They ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't got nothing to do that. Go that way with that shit.
All right. What's next on our list?
All right, and this is the last one, and this is old news, but it relates to what we're talking about today. James Gunn, the former director of the two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, has been fired and has been removed as being the director of the Guardians of the Galaxy series after a batch of old social media tweets were unearthed that touched on areas like pedophilia and rape. In the latest shocking Me Too development in the entertainment industry, James Gunn was severed from the Marvel comic universe after a slew of social media posts he wrote before getting Guardians of the Galaxy surfaced.
That's old, though, right?
Yeah, that's an old one.
That's old, because I heard about this a while ago.
Yeah. This was old, but
So I was trying to see if I could find the tweets, so we could have context. Tweets. Let's see. What did he say? Like, what were the actual tweets that he said? What did he say?
I never found the tweets.
He said one. Here's one. He says, "For the record, I am against rape and baby eating in real life, unless you're really, really, really hungry."
What? Okay. Okay.
Let's see.
That sounds like James Gunn.
That tweet was from August 2009.
Yeah.
He said, here's another one. He says, "I'm doing a big Hollywood film adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blowjob." So there you go. Insight into Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Gets a blowjob.
See, I can't get behind that tweet, but I also, if you look back, like this is the PG porn guy at that point.
Yeah.
It's the dude that made Nailing Your Wife. And they knew who he was when he got the job with Guardians, and it depends on when he said it. Like, if he said it last week, he's got to go. But
here's one. He says, "Laughter is the best medicine. That's why I laugh at people with AIDS."
What?
Yeah, this is PG porn guy.
Hey, look, that's funny. That's fun. I mean, it's fucked up, but it's funny fucked up.
It is funny fucked up.
All right,
It's funny fucked up.
Yeah.
Wow.
So what
and if you want to be a social justice warrior and get mad at me for that one, you can be mad at me for that one. It's like, look, when you watch certain comedians like Lisa Lampanelli and who's one of them other insult comedians like Triumph, the insult comic dog.
Yeah,
this is what they do. This is what they do. You know, this was Don Rickles' humor. You know what I'm saying? Is that he would make fun of people, and you knew it was jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think Twitter gives people a different medium. Do I think he should have been fired for this? No.
Well, you don't forget it's a kids franchise. It's a comic book franchise. These are what kids watch it. You can't have a pedophile over it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Sarah Silverman has said all kinds of crazy shit in her career, and they allow her to still play that character in Wreck-It Ralph.
But she wasn't. She ain't saying nothing like this shit. She ain't saying nothing crazy like this.
Sarah Silverman gets grimy though.
Yeah, Sarah Silverman has probably said worse shit than this in her comedy specials. I don't know.
You have to show me that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. Look. Watch your Facebook. I'm gonna see if I can find some clips. Not right now. Yeah, but I don't think, especially, it's the old tweet part of this that makes me say it's foul that he got fired. I don't. I don't think digging back is right.
So when life gives you AIDS, you make lemonades.
What?
Yeah, this guy. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny as shit.
It is funny, but the problem, you know what the problem is that Disney is a family friendly, and Guardians of the Galaxy is within that sphere. So you can't have your family friendly $1 billion empire per movie empire, going down to something stupid like this. It's easy to let this guy go and just get somebody else.
You saying it's easier to just be like, look, you did this shit, and it's just we don't need that type of image on us. So just
there's billions of dollars on the line. Why do I need to defend this? How could I defend
this? This is the same company that booked Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? And he was like that guy in the 80s. He was Charlie Sheen before Charlie Sheen was Charlie Sheen.
But he's a totally different person now, though.
Right.
So is James Gunn. That's what we're saying.
I would say yes. I would say he's not that same person. It was many years ago. But again, it's about when it comes out, and this came out now, so it's so you better deal with it now.
Yeah, but see, I find that dangerous because that leaves no room for anybody to become a better person in life. Like,
that's true.
You're next on the line. You can never get better. You're always a piece of shit.
Yeah, like you made a mistake or you made a bad decision, and you're never allowed to correct that.
That's why I call foul on it, because he's a different person now.
Nah, I don't know. He's a
different person online.
Did he come out and say he didn't like those tweets? Like he'd have to give up like some statement that says those tweets were like horrible and something like that. I need him to come out.
That part I don't know. All right, see, I can meet you on that. Like I see where you're coming from with that, but I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know that I agree, but I see where you're coming from.
Research and Development just notified me that Disney owns Miramax.
Yes,
and
who put out Pulp Fiction.
Tons of crazy shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
But when's the last time he put out a movie now after that shit he said came out?
Well, nothing. After he got fired. He got fired this like 6 months ago. So he put out nothing in 6 months.
Yes. Yes. So there we go. So we're pretty divided on the Fair Files.
Yeah. So, like Nate disagrees with anybody going on a registry, even if it's animal sex offense.
Mutant registry, baby. I'm an X-Men.
All right. X-Men fan. Gotcha.
So you know what? I disagree. I don't want to register the mutants. No muties. Okay. I disagree. No mutant registry. You know what I'm saying? And also, just think about how that sucks for all the people that have superpowers that are just shitty powers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what if your superpower is just that you can just grow moles? You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you do. You can grow like 4 or 5 moles on your neck and face, and then you can make them go away. That's it. You can't do nothing else. You can't fly. They don't protect you from nothing. They're not bulletproof moles. They just moles that can grow. And you got to go on a registry for that shit.
Then the cop says, "Nigga, you got to register."
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. Well, there we go. Like, where do we go from here? What's our next stop on the shit show? Because we're about to start digging in. What's our next stop to start digging in?
Let's do shit we don't care about.
Oh, all right.
And then we can go right from shit we don't care about into Monty's important shit.
Oh, all right. Well, here we go. Let me get this queued up. Hang on. I wasn't ready. Wait. Here it comes. All right. So shit we don't care about is pretty fun. All right, let's hit it.
Now, in a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That's bullshit.
This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. You know what? This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
Everything that guy just said is bullshit. Thank you.
That's bullshit, Gary!
Okay, music stops.
Fucking with you.
Yep.
Little stupid ass. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, bitch.
Stop
I
the
don't
music.
give a.
I don't give a fuck.
That's right. That's right. Shit we don't care about. I have so many stories. I'm just gonna click randomly, and we just gonna see if y'all care.
All right.
Guys,
All right.
I'm not even looking at the screen. Let's see what I clicked on. All right. It's so funny. All right. First, Prince Harry and Prince William's body language was all kinds of tense on Christmas Day.
I don't care. I don't care.
No, you don't care.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's one. Let's see what's next. All right. Next story. Kendall Jenner rocks bikini in the snow, and Kourtney Kardashian.
No, I don't care. And Nate, at any point when he's reading, you can interrupt and say you don't care.
Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That one. I don't know if I do. I want to see the bikini. No, not really. Yeah. I'm good.
Well, so here's the thing. I don't even know if the article shows it or not. I was just
Yeah. So it's not worth the risk. No.
I don't want to take the chance.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Melania Trump. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see. Melania Trump's skin-colored leather pants are freaking everyone out.
I do not care.
That's that one. That's kind of an interest in these leather pants now.
Wait, Nate might care.
If you care, I gotta read the whole story. Oh, the whole story's short, actually. Okay, it's super short.
Well, you know, I don't care. That's something I just want to see. I don't want to really hear the story.
All right.
So you care to see?
I'm about to Google it right now. Yeah. Don't worry. I don't care to save time. Yeah, I do not care.
I got it.
All right.
All right, and that concludes shit we don't care about.
There we go.
So now that we've gone through all the shit we don't care about, we actually spend more time on the intro for shit we don't care about than we actually talk about shit we don't care about.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So now that we've finished all the shit we don't care about, Monty, maybe you have some important shit we can talk about.
Yeah. Like, there's actually only one thing, and I kind of dropped the ball because I don't have the video queued up. But I'm working on it right now. I'm getting it.
Okay.
It's his new setup, and
well, I give you another shit we don't care about.
Yeah. Give me another one while I pull it up.
You load that up. Well, let me get it. I got a ton of these stories. Like it's so easy to find stories that I don't care about. Let's see. Let's get another one. All right. The next story is Meghan Markle made this faded New Year's resolution just months before she met Prince Harry.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care.
You don't care? You don't care what Meghan Markle's New Year's resolution is? They say it's the stuff of magic.
Nah. Unless it's money to my pocket, then yeah, I'm really not caring.
No, I think magicians normally take money out your pockets. I don't think they put money in your pocket. You know, magicians are thieves. They're filthy thieves. They're filthy, dirty thieves. Matter of fact, in 2019, Like if I'm replacing like my new racial slur is just to call, if I call you a magician, that's a racial slur. All right, that means I don't fuck at all.
Damn.
All right.
You fucking
You hate magicians, huh?
I mean, look, all they do is just they be like, look at this card while they take your wallet, and they be like, haha, I got your wallet. All right, here's it back. Wait, hold on, where's my money at? Though? You know what I'm saying?
It's magic, baby.
You know what I'm saying? That's not magic. That's a criminal. That's a crime. That's a felony, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about that shit, it's this your car. What's all this you doing with your fingers? Where's my shit at?
All right. Well, all right. So while you were talking about that thing I didn't care about, I actually wasn't paying attention at certain one point because I didn't care. I had an idea but now I have like 2 other things I want to mention on important shit, but they're going to be quick. Since the bulk of important shit is going to take up the rest of the show because I got something to share, I need 2 things. I need you to tell me what that file name is because I can't think of a tactful way to ask you without everybody knowing. And also,
it's saved as GOTG.
All right, got it. I know where it is. Yeah. Okay, and also, why don't we? I know shit we don't care about is meant to segue into important shit, but since there's some shit that I think should come before it, like the voicemails. Why don't we do some voicemails right now because they tie right in to what we're talking about.
Let's do the voicemails because let's do the voicemails.
Yes. So I'm gonna cue that up. Oh, look at that! We're already on the voicemail screen before I was ready. And you know what? For the sake of time, I'm not gonna find our outgoing message. So we're gonna roll right into the voicemail from Research and Development. Where the hell did it hide? Yeah, Research and Development sent us a voicemail. But it's not there. So we're going to do the Wrestling Minute while I look for that. Here we go. Which is another voicemail, but here we go.
We're only doing a minute of the Wrestling Minute, right?
Well, I'll let you decide, Hannibal. You say stop when you want it to stop. How about that?
Okay. I'm setting my timer.
All right. There we go.
First message.
Hey guys, it's Del Damon here with the Wrestling Minute. Today I want to do a slight remembrance. Today we lost Mean Gene Okerlund, one of the iconic interviewers of wrestling TV. I mean, the man did interviews for AWA, WCW, WWE. He always had a great rapport with all of the wrestlers, and I really think the man deserves his due. He was the voice of a childhood for many people. And wait, hold on a second. Monty just sent me a text message. This is just a little weird, guys, but wait. Whoa. You actually think that Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 is better than Winter Soldier? Really? This isn't a joke, right, Mom? Please tell me this is a joke. Because you're wrong. You're dead wrong. You're wronger than Montreal Screwjob wrong, all right? Look, The Winter Soldier is one of the best political thrillers in the past couple of years anyway, let alone being a Marvel movie. Now, look, I might be a little bit biased. I'm a Cap guy, Civil War, Tony Stark can go fuck himself. But, look, that movie had everything you...
Do you want me to stop it, Hannibal?
No, let it roll. Let's see where the Wrestling Minute goes. Let it keep rolling.
It is a political thriller, let alone being a damn amazing superhero movie. Great casting of everybody in there. Sebastian Stan knocked it out of the fucking park as being Winter Soldier. I didn't expect it, didn't see it coming. All of the twists and turns were beautiful, nice little political intrigue. They had a really good advancement of the story and helped set up future Marvel movies with it. Cap's movies seem to be the ones that were the really best at setting things up, What does Guardians of the Galaxy have? Yes, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is a lovely, laugh-your-ass-off romp. It had a really good story, had a nice setup to start setting up more of the stuff with Thanos and all of that things. But honestly, it doesn't even really compare to Guardians 2. Guardians 2 is a better movie. Let alone just because you have Kurt Russell in it, because, Kurt Russell bumps everything up at least a half star anyway. The man's a legend. But also, it just had a little better comedic timing and everything. And, God knows if we're going to get another Guardians 3. We still don't know what the hell's going on with all that stuff. I mean, I don't think they're going to be able to get freaking Gunn back in any capacity for that, other than maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, using the script. But come on, man. It is nowhere near the level of a movie that freaking Winter Soldier is. You are dead wrong. Look at this. You made me interrupt a fucking in memoriam of Mean Gene fucking Oakland. All right? How dare you?
Message ended because I didn't want to hear El Damon anymore.
There you go. The voicemail lady's back.
That's funny. That's funny. It was, look, so everything he said about Mean Gene, you know, spoke to my heart. You know what I'm saying? It was just like when he was talking about Mean Gene and how Guardians was trash. That shit really spoke to my soul. That shit really did. Just like.
Well, look, I'm gonna, since that was a wrestling minute, I'm gonna go Jericho. Y'all are both on the list.
You know what? That's fine. Put me on the list. That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nate is against lists, but put me on.
Yeah, y'all are on the list. Nate, I have a feeling you're gonna end up on the list once we start digging into this. So
you know what? That man is allowed to like or dislike whatever he wants, and he's not gonna allow you in the liberal mainstream media to bully him into liking something. Okay? All right? He likes what he likes. Okay?
All right. I see how it is.
Just like you just like Fox News. It's just anybody who disagrees with you is wrong.
All right, Nate. Okay. I'm about to dig up some old tweets by you and Hannibal. Y'all are both getting fired tomorrow. Wait, you're muted, Nate. Wait, I think you're still muted. I see the mute on the screen.
We can't hear you.
There it is.
There we go.
Sorry.
He's back.
Yes.
I have too many windows open. I'm looking up some research for Captain America versus Guardians box office. I'm looking at the box office.
All right. Oh, we're gonna bring that up.
I know you're gonna bring up the box office.
Everything's coming up. So do we want to? We got three other voicemails. One from research and development. We got one from Stanley the Snitch, and we got one from Doug. So
do you want to space them out throughout the show, or do you want to just play them all now?
Either way. Well, why don't we space them out? Why don't we do important shit? Start digging in, and then every once in a while we'll drop a voicemail in.
Okay, bet.
So here we go. I'm double clicking. Not as prepared this time, but because we planned on staying on topic. You see what happens when y'all talk about us staying on topic? We got to stop, and it's not as smooth as when we don't.
We had over 3 people complain about us not staying on topic, and we literally changed our whole format of the show.
Yeah, you see that? For y'all, y'all 3.
Peer pressure.
All right, here we go. Important shit. Oh, no sound. Hang on. Let's start it again. Or I'm not gonna start it over from there. Just right here. There we go.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist Scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
so
yes.
Here we go. Important shit. Only 3 things really. So first, because I didn't mention it on any other shit shows, I actually enjoyed Bumblebee. Just want to put that out there. The first Transformers movie I've ever enjoyed. So good stuff. The opening brought me back to my childhood. That for me was fucking amazing. And,
now, did you enjoy it because it was good, or did you enjoy it because it wasn't bad?
Well, hold on. Just for posture, we should give a spoiler alert if we're going to be going into the movie, because there may be some people out there who haven't seen it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, but I'm only going to spoil the beginning. The beginning was, but I'll answer Hannibal's question first. It was actually a good movie. Wasn't great, but it was good. That's what I'll give it. And also, Nate, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right, well, I won't say any more because I realized something while talking on the phone to research and development the other day that just made me laugh. But you should see it. I won't. So yeah, the beginning is just this big Cybertron fight that if you grew up with the Transformers, it will just make you nerdgasm all over the theater. It's phenomenal. But yeah. So that's it about Bumblebee. I actually recommend Bumblebee if you're a Transformers fan.
Okay.
So go check it out.
I like
And
Bumblebee.
yeah. And second, this one's kind of important, but not as important as the main story. So the artist for Into the Spider-Verse, have you seen that yet, Nate? I know Hannibal has.
No, I haven't checked it out.
That movie is fantastic.
All right, well, I'm not going to elaborate
Everyone
anymore.
says it's everyone says it's great. It's funny, I haven't seen that and Aquaman, but I'm gonna go see those two tomorrow. Aquaman and Spider-Verse.
So I'll say this because I haven't seen Aquaman yet, but I'll say this: see Aquaman first. All right.
Yeah.
So that way you can have Spider-Verse second. Because Shayla and I went and saw Mortal Engines and Spider-Verse, and we saw Mortal Engines first and Spider-Verse second. And I'm so glad that we saw them in that order. You know what I'm saying? It's like you should definitely end on like and like I don't want to hype it up because I know a lot of people have hyped it. And I haven't seen Bird Box yet, but I noticed when the movie first came out, there was a lot of people talking about how great it was, and then after like 3 or 4 days, it was a bunch of people talking about how it wasn't all that. And I think there's certain people who the expectation of the movie got raised so high
because
they went into the movie with that expectation. I don't want to fuck up your expectation for the Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Yeah. But
it's a good movie. I'll say that. I think I can confident. I won't say nothing else about it, but I'll say it's good. You should go see it and see it second.
Definitely.
Well, the artist for that movie named the original Peter Parker. The nickname they gave him while working on it was R.I. Peter. So Hannibal probably gets that. Nate, you'll see the movie. It's awesome. I just thought that was funny. So, with all that being said, the number one story in important shit is, you know what, I'm going to go with this, and then we'll go with the other one in a second, because I totally dropped the ball, and I'm missing it. I have to play this for you so you can hear what it is.
All right.
I know it's, oh, there it is. All right, here we go. And I'll stop it at a certain point and cue up the next one. Volume's up. All right, so this is where we're going.
Welcome to the little show, episode 160. Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
All right, that is an audio recording of Monty and the Mongoose's little show, episode 150. Is that what it was, or 115? I can't remember what number he said.
I thought it was 130.
130. I knew it was something round.
It was in the hundreds.
Yeah.
It was definitely in the hundreds, though.
Yes. And the episode title was Ooga Chaga, Ooga Chaga.
Yeah.
And
before it was Hannibal and Monty's shit show, it was Monty and the Mongoose's little show, featuring Hannibal the Beat Animal.
Yes.
And we did a lot of shows. We did that show for years.
Yes.
Damn.
And we did that show for years. It wasn't video. It was audio only. And on that particular episode, which is why we're doing all this right now.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy had just come out, and we had all saw it. And in that episode, I said some things that spawned some things.
Wait. But we gotta back it up to actually before that episode came on. I had seen Guardians like twice, and I was notorious for not seeing anything ever in the theater.
This is true.
I was on a roll where I was like movie after fucking movie after movie. I was just in and out of the movie theater like constantly.
Yeah.
And me and Hannibal had talked about Guardians of the Galaxy after I had seen it the second time. Mm-hmm. And that's where it started before we got it onto the show. because we were going to get into what we were going to get into on that show was we were going to rank. We've been trying to rank every comic book movie since we started the little show. Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's a wildly ambitious thing that I want to do, and I have an idea of how I want to do it. Where we can rank like we would have to do it in sections, but we would literally rank every movie. You know, like give it a grading system, and then when we finish, when the dust settles and the smoke clears, you would have a definitive list from top to bottom. Every comic book film would be rated and listed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we would know where every movie falls.
But you could just go to box office. Well, I'll say if you're going to do that, start with your top 3 and worst 3, because those are usually the easiest to identify. Yeah. And then everybody else will be gradients from there. You know?
Yeah, yeah. But we want to make the Hannibal and Monty master list.
Yeah. No, we're gonna make it's gonna be a huge list, because I don't want to just do. We're not just doing theatrical releases. We're also gonna do straight to DVD releases. And
that's a lot of movies. That's a lot. Yes.
Now, so not next week, because next week we're doing the Rap Beef show. The week after that, we're gonna do a list. You know, hopefully with live action animation. I think she's still in the thread somewhere. She's in the chat.
Yeah, she doesn't know she's on that show yet because she hasn't looked at the Facebook thread.
Hey, but are you guys doing the animation too? Like the Justice League movies that are animation.
Yes,
wow, that's a lot of movies.
Yeah, so not this week, not next week, but week after next, we're gonna take all the comic book films that came out in 2018.
Oof.
You know, theatrical and DVD releases, and put them in order from best to worst.
Yes. Ooh. And the difference this time is Hannibal is not going to say some stupid shit to me when I tell him what I think about one of them.
You know, you know what? You know what I'm saying? You fucking like Donald Trump right now. You know what I'm saying? Talking a lot of shit right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I can see little doo-doo on your lip. You talking a lot of shit, bro.
Using toilet paper to wipe his mouth, huh? Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and live action animation, because I see you in the thread. I've started putting all of the movies in a folder that you and Monty can access, so you can watch all of the comic book films that came out in 2018. Just so you know, it's almost 20 movies that came out.
Hannibal, that's illegal.
What's illegal? Having sex with animals? Are we back on that again?
Putting them all in a folder so she can just download later and watch.
That part. I thought we went back to talking about the animal sex registry. I was wondering why you brought that shit back up again. You know what I'm saying? But look, you brought up the Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America shit again, so I just figured that's what you do.
That's where we're going. That's where we're going.
All right. Well, let's continue. I'm actually going to the one that you edited now because I wasn't prepared and didn't have it ready.
All right.
So here we go.
We can play like a minute or so at a time. So what I did was I took Monty took that 2-hour episode of Monty and the Mongooses Little Show, and he edited it down to 40 minutes. And then I took that 40 minutes and I edited it down to 4 minutes. But what I did, I don't know why, but on the show, I took the Mongoose's voice and I sped it up so he sounds like a chipmunk. So every time the mongoose talks, it's just gonna sound. I don't know why. I thought the shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even high. I don't even know why I did it. I'm sober and did it. So,
well, let's see how it sounds. Let's dig in. Let's go with this first minute.
Okay.
Welcome to the little show.
We heard that, but we'll let it go.
So I'm interested in getting to all of this. Well, what should we start with first? I mean,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because I wanna get into it with Hannibal.
Sweet.
Oh man, what did the mongoose think? Like this mongoose. What did you think about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was great. I really liked it. It was it came out way better than I expected it to actually be. Hannibal's processing. Hannibal, did you not like it?
No, I enjoyed it, but I don't like it. I didn't like it as much as everybody else liked it. Everybody else was like, oh my God, this is great. And somebody texted me a few weeks ago, like right after Guardians came out. It was like, oh my God, have you seen Guardians? It's amazing. I love it. I give it like an A-. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Like if you take,
This is boiling.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's stop right there.
Yeah.
I give it an A-, and you wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
So
all right. So let's. Do you want to start there?
Yeah, let's start there. That's
okay.
That's where we are.
All right. So this is what I said then about Guardians of the Galaxy, right? That spawned the argument, and I'll tell you how I feel now. Okay. So at the time, when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, everybody had what I call new pussy syndrome. Okay, which is the last pussy they got is the best pussy they got. It's like, oh my God, this shit's amazing. She was doing tricks. She was spinning on her head. It's amazing. It's like, all right, calm down. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Or I guess I could have said new toy syndrome. I didn't have to say new pussy. I don't know why my mind went there. Anyway, leave me alone. All right, it's like, point is that when the movie came out, everybody was talking about how great it was. And people do that shit. I remember when Thor Dark World came out, there was a handful of people like, oh my God, this is the best Marvel movie. No, it's not. It's good, but chill out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Iron Man 2, this is the best movie. No, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Justice League, like, stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when Guardians came out, there was a lot of people doing that shit. Oh my God, it's the greatest movie. I said, no, it's good. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. It was fun. But you niggas is making that shit seem like it's the greatest thing since like it's fucking better than Avengers, Dark Knight, this movie and that movie. I'm like, no, like calm that shit all the way down. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first saw the movie, I thought it was a glorified Saturday morning cartoon. It was like watching Diet Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? And if you take out all the ensemble scenes with the characters going back and forth, like I was like, and what I said specifically was, if you were to take Star-Lord, if you were to take Chris Pratt's character or Rocket Raccoon out of any of those ensemble scenes, all those scenes fall apart. You know what I'm saying? The movie works because of the strength of their performances. And I said that Zoe Saldana and Dave Bautista, I didn't think were good enough by themselves to carry that film across. And that was part of what spawned the argument between me and Monty.
Yeah, and I still think you're wrong about that. I think it's an unfair critique because the movie's called Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's like saying if you remove Iron Man's left arm, Iron Man can't do as much as he can with both arms. Like, we need the whole Iron Man. We need the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, and I get what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do, but like, and I've made this argument about Bad Boys in the Bad Boys movies, right? I don't think the Bad Boys movies are good because they were well written or well directed. Those movies are good because Will Smith and Martin Lawrence gave great performances and they have great chemistry. You know what I'm saying? So if it's a good movie and it's well directed, realistically, we should be able to interchange some of those pieces and it should still be a good movie.
Well, hold on. Just let me make two observations here. One, it's the ensemble cast versus you have like the hero and sidekick type scenario. And let me go back to like the hero and sidekick. That's the one the most. Batman and Robin, for instance. You can have a Batman standalone movie, but we can also have a Batman and Robin standalone movie. But you'd be a lot more surprised just to have a Robin standalone movie, right? Not a lot of people are going to just go out there to see a Robin movie, right?
Yeah.
Most people are going to go see a Batman because Batman's the star, Robin's the sidekick.
Yeah.
That's great for that. But Guardians of the Galaxy is different, and Guardians of the Galaxy as a group is the star. It's not any individual. So no one's going out there to see a Rocket Raccoon movie. They all work inside one individual piece. Instead of being like the Justice League, all those were individual pieces that came together. The Avengers all those were individual pieces that came together. With Guardians of the Galaxy, that package comes together. So by saying if you take out this one or that piece, you're right. It may not work, but that's because that as an entity won't work. Even if you take out, I think, Rocket Raccoon or even one of the other characters, that group of Guardians of the Galaxy from the source material. You know what I mean?
No,
it's a cast together.
And you are right. I could say, you know, you're absolutely right, Monty. You had a good point then as well. My issue was Zoe Saldana and Dave Bautista. I was like, if you switched out Dave Bautista with The Rock and Zoe Saldana with anybody else, I think that you end up getting a better quality movie overall.
Right. So that's the performance of the actors, not really the characters. They're right?
Yeah. But as you pointed out, and you were right, and Monty said this years ago, is that, you know, they're supposed to exist together. They're supposed to move together. But to validate my point, though, you know, because I'm not wrong about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
You're not wrong.
You know how I know I'm not wrong? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, because there was a whole lot of scenes with them not working together, and people didn't like that movie the same way.
All right,
because people don't want to see Zoe Saldana and fucking not River Song, Amy Pond from Doctor Who fucking work out they sibling problem. Don't nobody care about that shit. Where's Groot? Where's fucking Rocket? Where's Chris Pratt?
Wait, so you're saying?
Hold on. I gotta stop.
Go ahead, Nate.
Let's not forget about Avengers: Infinity War, where they finished that character arc between her and her sister. Remember the fact that Thanos was threatening her sister. They went into that character arc for their biggest movie of the year. So to say that people wouldn't be interested in it, it was a key point to the finish, even the whole series. The whole Avengers: Infinity War depended on her giving up that stone for her sister's life. So people did care about it, and it was part of
no. They made us care about it. We didn't care about it. They made us care about it. Like, nobody went into Infinity War thinking, man, I wonder what's gonna happen with Nebula and Gamora.
All right, I see what you're saying.
I promise you, nobody said that shit.
I see what you're saying.
That movie.
Of course, I agree with
that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like,
you know,
we
that's
agree
all.
here.
That was, and Guardians 2, like the way they presented it, because they all the characters spent a lot more time away from the ensemble, and it didn't resonate with the viewer in the same capacity that the first one did. And I thought that Kurt Russell was a much better villain than Ronan the Accuser was.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
No, in the way that they utilized his character, like Ronan doesn't really do a lot in that first movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's probably got like 15 minutes of screen time altogether in that movie, because the movie wasn't about him. You know what I'm saying? The movie was about the Guardians coming together.
Yeah. Ronan stands around and hits things with the hammer. I'm with you.
So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But after, like I said, I had a chance to, like, before we did this show, I rewatched Captain America and I rewatched Guardians, and I would actually probably give Guardians a higher rating today than I gave it then, because I see how it relates to the rest of the universe. It was like they were creating another section of the MCU, and because I didn't see the big picture, I was grading the film based on how it fit with everything else that had been out at that time. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
See,
No,
but
it does.
I think that's unfair, though. Like, I think an origin story should be counted as that story. But
it wasn't an origin story. It was a story that we joined already in progress.
It was an origin story. It was the origin story of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it was an origin story of Peter Quill meeting some other people.
But it was the origin story of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy, the group, wasn't put first. What they did is Marvel. What they did for the Avengers, every one of those individual movies introduced the character. But the Guardian Galaxy did. They did that all in one movie.
Yeah.
So you got your first quarter movie with Peter Quill, even though you really didn't get the group backstory, but you kind of got pieces to it. And when they got together, you had the Guardians.
And on that same page, the first Avengers movie was also an origin story. That's the origin of the Avengers, because they weren't a unit then.
But we already had the previous Avengers. Like I said, I don't mind that it was a story that we joined already in progress. I actually feel like more comic book movies need to do that. Like, you don't need to tell me who Moon Knight is or where he got his powers from. Let's just start the movie from he got powers. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can retcon that shit later. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know the backstory of the shit before you go see it, that's your fucking problem.
Yeah.
All right?
See, that's the problem I have with all the Batman movies, because every fucking Batman movie, I gotta watch his fucking mom get shot in the fucking corner with the fucking pearls on the floor. Like, if you don't know Batman's origin story by now, you've been living under a fucking rock.
Well, they don't do that with all. They didn't do that with Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rising. You know, they just did.
They did.
Yeah, but even because the last one, with the last Batman movie, the Batman v Superman, I'm still watching Batman's parents get shot in the fucking alley again. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? How many times you gonna show me this shit?
Yeah.
Martha, like, come on.
Yeah.
You know, we know his parents.
Why did you say that name? Nate Broady, why did you say that name?
Oh my God. We're friends now. Let's go destroy the monster. Yeah, I don't know.
Which, if that would have been Black Superman, he was like, nigga, you talking about my mama?
Oh, it's on now.
Right. Right. She would have had a whole different ending right there. So that's all. That's all I got to look. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Because like Monty's argument was, you can't take stuff out of the movie and then grade it based on the things that you wanted to take out of it.
Yeah, that's true. I agree with that, because it's like the Fantastic Four. You know, the movie won't survive without Cap. You know, what is it, Mr. Fantastic? It's like, but that's true because it's not the Fantastic Four anymore. It's the Terrific Three. You know what I mean? It changes the dynamic of what the movie actually is and what it's supposed to be trying.
Yeah, like I mean, if we take Bucky out of the Winter Soldier, that movie's just terrible.
Yeah, like
but then you wouldn't have Winter Soldier in the Winter Soldier.
Look, I'll go even a step further.
What I was saying was because we're getting like, my argument specifically was that Gamora's character, like the way Zoe Saldana played Gamora and the way Dave Bautista played. Like, in Dave Bautista, I can give benefit of the doubt because his character is supposed to be like insular. He's supposed to be off to the side and just chiming. Him and Groot, that's what their role is supposed to be. That's really what
Groot.
That's really what Rocket, Groot, and Drax are all supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I disagree. I think Rocket's more comedy relief than the rest of those guys.
Yeah, but like fucking. But like Zoe Saldana is Gamora, I just like, no, man, y'all could have hired a better actress for that point.
But she's supposed to be that way though. She's supposed to be like, have you read the source material? Gamora's always a stoic, former warrior type thing.
What I'm saying is there are other actresses better than Zoe Saldana that could have played that role.
But that
would have gave it a different life. Like look,
I think that's a different arc that you're making.
Look, none of us have seen. None of us have seen Angela Bassett play Storm, but who would have been a better Storm, Angela Bassett or Halle Berry?
Oh,
this isn't rocket science.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. That's all. That was the argument that I made before, was that because of how she played the character, you know what I'm saying? Like, because of how she chose to express that character, it just wasn't like it wasn't great by itself.
But one thing I think it was interesting. You said before, like when Monty was like, it's like taking the Winter Soldier out of the Captain America movie. You said, how can you take the Winter Soldier out of a movie called The Winter Soldier? And that's exactly what you're doing with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You're like, if I move these two characters, and then I can make the same argument. How would you want to go
those scenes
movie without the Guardians of the Galaxy? You know,
I was just saying, if you took them out of those, they're not strong enough. Their performances weren't strong enough to carry scenes by themselves. That was the argument that I've been making.
I think it's a fair criticism, but I think it's trivial in the overall scope of their importance to the movie. You know what I'm saying? Characters from the source material. So.
Yeah, and like I said, that was just me. That was just my opinion, and Monty just got butthurt about it.
Why would you be so upset about that? Even though.
Well, that's where it started. It started because, and also I think it's flat out wrong to say Winter Soldier, because his argument ultimately ended up with him saying that time will tell, Winter Soldier will stand out as the better movie, and he's fucking wrong.
Well, I'll say this. From my perspective, and I think from most of, if you like, I go and watch all those other channels of people who do movie reviews for Marvel stuff. I'll say unanimously, everyone will say Winter Soldier is a better movie than
All right.
then
I am writing everyone on my list.
I'm just saying everyone that I know. I'm talking about Collider videos. I'm talking about if you go to Beyond the Trailers, like all these channels that do movie reviews about comic book movies, they all would tell you Captain America: Winter Soldier.
And you see,
and I have a theory about that too, and I'm gonna get to that in a second because my theory is actually gonna probably thank you, Ace Wonder Daryl Flowers. You know, he agrees that Winter Soldier is the superior film.
You're on the list. You're on the list.
But it's not. But that doesn't mean that Guardians of the Galaxy isn't a good movie.
Oh no, I know.
It just is not at the level because don't forget
we're just arguing about which one's better.
That movie was so good that that's the reason why the directors of Winter Soldier then got Captain America: Civil War, and they did such a good job at Captain America: Civil War.
I think Civil War. If we compared Civil War to Guardians, I'd put Civil War over Guardians. I wouldn't put Winter Soldier over. Winter Soldier is a really great Marvel movie. And, like, I set the bar high by calling it really great and a Marvel movie. Because even a bad Marvel movie is still good.
It's still good, right.
So it is a really great Marvel movie. Yeah. But I don't get all the, Winter Soldier is the best of the best. I don't put it there. It's because I rewatched it today and I still don't see that. I enjoyed the shit out of the movie, but I still don't see this.
Well, let's not forget if you going from and maybe that might be it because going from the first Captain America movie to Winter Soldier is like a leap in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the first Captain America movie was just Captain America, that type of thing. Winter Soldier was a movie that was intrigue. That was something totally different. They almost changed the character of Captain America in that movie from his, lucky to a more hardened Captain America, so we can make that switch in Winter Soldier to being the bad guy. So Winter Soldier, I think, is the most important movie in the Captain America franchise.
Talk that shit, Nate Broady. Talk that New York shit, nigga.
Because it changed the character. It hardened the character. So that's why I think Captain America Civil War. But
I think maybe that's my problem because I don't like the idea of why do we have to harden it? Why can't it be a comic book movie? Why are we going to use the comics to inspire something that we can just see already? And I'm not saying they shouldn't have made Winter Soldier because I enjoyed it. I am glad that movie exists. It needs to exist. But Guardians felt like a comic book that felt like a comic film.
And the key word there in what you said
felt.
Is
I know. Come on.
Felt. It's felt. Because
Here we go.
Because he quantifies it all based on how he feels. You know what I'm saying? Not by and see, like, look, I learned a lot. I know how to separate the difference between what's good and what I like. And even when I didn't love Guardians of the Galaxy, I knew it was a great movie.
No, I don't think anybody even would say Guardians of the Galaxy is it's funny because if we go to Star Wars and start talking about The Last Jedi, then I think we'll have some issues because I don't think that's a great movie. But I think when you talk about Guardians of the Galaxy, like right now we're talking the difference between, which one's a great movie and which one's a good movie. They're both good movies. But then there's some other movies that I think we can have real disagreements on. Is this even a good movie? And that's how I am with The Last Jedi. I don't think The Last Jedi was.
No, Last Jedi, it's not. It's not. That's not a matter of opinion, bro. That's the matter of fact.
No. You had a lot of people out there who would say The Last Jedi was the best Star Wars movie ever.
No, nigga, there's a lot of people that think 2 + 2 is yellow. It don't mean they right. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not how it works. And to quote Ben Shapiro, whom I despise him with my whole heart. But one of the realest shits he says is facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah.
Like, bro, there's a whole bunch of people that think that there's a caravan of fucking Guatemalans that's coming to murder them and take their jobs. That's weird. That's a weird thing to believe. You know what I'm saying?
That is weird. You're right. You know what
I'm saying? It'd be like, oh yeah, we gotta stop these Mexicans from coming to America and raping our women and taking our jobs. You know what I'm saying? And be like, bro, that don't be happening like that. Not the way y'all be. And they don't be worried about that shit in like Texas, or Arizona, New Mexico. They be worried about that shit in Montana. They ain't worried about that shit in South Dakota, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be like this shit, just because people think it's good don't mean it is good. Just because they say, oh, a lot of people say it's good, so don't mean it's right. There's a lot of people that like Lil Yachty. They're wrong too.
Do we need another list for Lil Yachty fans?
Yeah, I just for the record, Ace Wonder, I just cost us a placement with Lil Yachty. We'll never be on one of Lil Yachty's albums ever again. I apologize for costing MF in that opportunity.
That's all right. That's all right. Y'all will find better. Y'all will find better.
Go ahead. You want to play the next part of the?
Yeah. Let's do the next part. Here we go.
Play the next minute.
Here we go. Here's another minute.
Down to perspective. That's what it is. And I don't think Hannibal's disagreeing that it's a perspective what he's looking at.
No, he's not. He's not. It just, when he said it, I was like, and it's no, like, that argument just bothers me. And the thing that I was telling Monty about Guardians, this is just Hannibal. If you're listening to the show and you want to curse me out, you know, be like, fuck you, Guardians is the greatest movie of all time, and you're a dick for not liking it, go ahead, bring that shit, bro. Hey, I don't give a fuck. The argument does not get you're a dick, fuck you. But I will say this, and I don't think I've ever done this on the show, but you're fucking wrong. Look, hold on, let me say this. You know, 2 Marvel movies came out this year, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. When the dust settles and the smoke clears, history is going to remember that Winter Soldier was the better movie.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. Because that right there is where I think you're wrong.
Tell me, all right, so you rewatched both movies today. I rewatched both movies today.
Yes.
Tell me about your experience. I'll tell you about mine.
I'm trying to, like, there was a lot I didn't remember about Winter Soldier, even though I had just recently watched it, because I rewatched everything leading into Infinity War. Which,
really?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
which also says something about Winter Soldier for me. I enjoy it every time I watch it, but I don't remember it. Guardians, I could say, all right, this is next.
Mont, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
What's that?
Like, do you prefer like strawberry flavored or orange flavored haterade when you be drinking that shit? Like, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer a carbonated or non-carbonated haterade? I'm just curious.
I'm not.
Which one you like more? Do you like your haterade with some whiskey or with tequila? I'm just curious. How do you like to drink your haterade?
Look,
your haterade.
I'm not hating on this movie. I'm not hating on it.
Yeah, and Reese brought up a great point. George St. Pierre, the UFC longtime welterweight champion, was in that motherfucking movie as Beltran, and he plays George Beltran, and his name is George St. Pierre. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. And had that great ass motherfucking fight. You a hater, bro. You a hater.
No, the fights were awesome. I'm not saying that movie was bad. I already said it is a really good Marvel movie.
Well, let me say this. I do want to let's bring some independent numbers. Okay. I don't know if you guys like Rotten Tomato.
Yeah.
Well, Rotten Tomato let's start with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy has a 91% fresh meter for Rotten Tomatoes. It gets about a 7.8 out of 10, and for its audience score, it's 92% liked it at a 4.4 out of 5. So it's pretty high numbers. 91% for the critics, 92% from the audience.
All right.
Do you think Captain America Civil War is going to do better than that or worse than that?
I think Guardians is going to test better, and I'm going to tell you why I think Guardians is going to test better. Because I think people think that what they like is good, not what's good is good.
And listen,
that's why.
See, Reese was just talking about moving the fucking goalposts in the chat. That's what the fuck you're doing right now.
No. Listen, I'm willing to accept the decision that gets made. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But I understand why the decision was made. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that love Superman so much that even the bad Superman movies are great to them because they are fanatics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you like something does not mean that it's good. You know what I'm saying? It just so happens in the case of Guardian, like, and I've done this before, like with Wizard of Oz. Like, people are weird, like especially American audiences. If a movie is great and then it ends with a bad ending or like a sad ending, you know, where the protagonist doesn't win or the protagonist dies in a fucked up way, people will say, like, they can watch 1 hour and 59 minutes of a movie and love every minute of it. And if in that last minute they don't get the payoff they felt like they deserved, they'll say the whole movie was bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if Wizard of Oz ended with Dorothy waking up in an insane asylum, people would say that was a terrible movie. No, it was still a great movie. It was just a great movie that ended fucked up.
I don't know. It's interesting because like this, like the it reminds me of The Sixth Sense. When you found out that the therapist was dead.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because that movie ended fucked up. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Sixth Sense. I was trying to catch up with you when I said yeah, and I was like, wait, no.
The Sixth Sense. Remember The Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis, where
there's a high probability that Monty's never seen that movie.
Yeah, I had to catch you because I was like, yeah, I haven't seen it.
All right, so yeah, forget about that reference then.
Yeah.
Well, but look, like keep in mind, this isn't the case all the time. And then to your point, Nate, because The Sixth Sense was marketed as a horror film, horror fans are used to their movies ending fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? True. But if you go into a superhero film and the hero, like, think about all the people, and matter of fact, perfect example. You know why Black Panther has a higher rating on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and Metacritic as opposed to Avengers Infinity War? Because at the end of Avengers Infinity War, everybody
dies. Yeah.
And people was like, oh, I can't believe I went and saw that movie and you just killed off all my favorite characters. So one, you don't know shit about comic books because nobody's dead. Only person that dies in comic books is Uncle Ben. You know what I'm saying? Stan Lee will be back in the fucking movie before Uncle Ben is back. All right?
Yeah, you know, you're probably right.
It's just like, but they don't understand that shit. And it was so many people that saw Infinity War and said that movie wasn't good because they didn't like the last 2 minutes of the film.
Well, I hear that.
Yeah, well, and that's it. That's all I'm saying. So I expect the Rotten Tomato score, you know, to be slightly higher for Guardians because, you know, Guardians, look, if you read at a 4th grade education, then yeah, you're gonna prefer Guardians over Winter Soldier.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Shots fucking fired again.
You know what I'm saying? Say this. But like, it just if you prefer depth and brevity, you know what I'm saying? Then you know you're gonna like the superior film.
But hold on, but let's say this. Let's go with the critics. So both movies actually performed almost identically. So for Guardians, we did Guardians of the Galaxy 4.4 out of 5, 92%, and 7.4 out of 10 for the tomato for just a regular fresh, and that was at an 82%. For Captain America: Civil War, for the critics, it was at 80%. It was 80% fresh, 7 out of 4 instead of 7 out of 8 for Guardians. And for the audience score was 92% liked it with a 4.3 out of 5 rating versus an average of 4.4 for Guardians of the Galaxy. But Guardians of the Galaxy, you have to also understand too, it wasn't suspense. It was a, lighthearted comedy versus the more suspenseful movie. More suspenseful movies usually get lower ratings too. So for it to be so close, this is really an even. I would say this is really an even.
So basically, you're saying people like the ice cream more than they like the vegetables.
Yeah. No, it's true. But I think these are almost identical. And even at the box office, Guardians did do a little better. But I think with the thing that's holding down Captain America, Winter Soldier was the first Captain America movie. If you started with Winter Soldier, that movie would have did so much better. But I think the first Captain America movie held down the box office receipts for the second Captain America movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you look at Captain America: Civil War, that's $1 billion film. So you can tell that jumped because of the success, I think, of this second movie.
And also, Civil War, I don't care what anybody says, is basically Avengers 3.
It is Avengers 3. That's no doubt about it. Actually, to that point, I thought that was the best Marvel movie of that. Before that was the best Marvel movie at that particular point.
Yeah.
You know, Avenger.
Would that be in your top five, Nate Broady? If you had your top five comic book films of all time, is a Civil War in your top five?
Yeah, Civil War would be my top. Top 5 all time. It would be Avengers: Infinity War. That would be in the top 5. And we're talking about just I'm talking about just MCU movies though. Are we talking about any comic book?
He was talking about everything.
All comic.
I was just curious. I'm always curious about where shit falls in people's top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So.
That's a long discussion because I got to go back to some of the Batman movies, like the original Batman movie with Jack. What's his name? Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. That was that set. All the comic book movies today are based off of that. What they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That first Batman movie set everything off. Because remember and even the Superman movies from back in the day weren't that horrible. I remember watching them shits when I was a kid. Superman 1 and 2.
The first two Superman movies, the first two Richard Donners was dope. The second two I loved as a child. As I try to watch,
I can't watch them as an adult.
As an adult, I'm just like, that shit is awful. You know what I'm saying?
But Superman 2, I think, was the best Superman movies out of the 4 Superman movies with Keanu.
Oh no, it is. That, like I said again, that's not an opinion, Nate Broady. That is a fact. So, nobody's arguing about that.
Superman Returns kind of sucked, but yeah.
Also, it's not a fact. I mean, that's not an opinion. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
It did suck.
Oh, and you can't, Heath Ledger's Joker with the Dark Knight. Yeah, that's an Academy Award-winning performance in a comic book movie. You can't just deny the Batman movies too. There are so many great ones. How do you? And some of the animated stuff has been some phenomenal stuff too.
Yeah, if I could count the Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2 as one movie, that would be on my top 5. If I have to count them as 2 separate movies, then that's tough. But if I can count them as one movie, that one movie is in my top 5.
Oh no, Heath Ledger's Joker was the Batman Returns, right? Dark Knight. Dark Knight, yeah. But that performance was I don't he held the whole movie.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, as Monty and I have talked about, because like a couple years ago, Monty did this art project called Villain 365. Where he really dug into the pathos of the villain and why people like the villain. And I think usually the success of a great movie, especially a great superhero film, is going to be predicated by the quality of the villain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think that was but that's one of the things that Batman has over a lot of the other comic book characters, is that Batman has a great villain.
Well, you know what? That's the funny part about it is that actually it's what they call the MCU problem. Yeah. MCU has all these characters that had to be reintroduced: Captain America, Iron Man, but nobody knows their villains. Nobody knows the character. Unless you're a real comic, you may know the Mandarin if you're a real, into Iron Man, but they don't really have a catalog of villains. Where in DC, all their villains are legendary villains. Lex Luthor is a legendary villain. The Joker and Batman's rogue characters, the Riddler, Bane. Everybody knows those characters, and they can hold their own movies down. That's why Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad is just Batman's rogues in their own movie.
Yeah, I think
they can hold their own movie to $700 million. So that's what DC has that they haven't exploited. They have the best villain catalog of villains.
Yeah, but is that what DC has, or what Marvel has over DC? Because I think it's the other way around. I think Marvel does so much better because we go to an Iron Man movie expecting to see Iron Man more than the villain. Like the villain's a part of it. Like we care which villains they're going to use, but we're more into Iron Man than the villain. Not the case with something like Batman. With something like Batman, whatever. Batman's in it. We saw him in the first movie. We got his origin. Let's see what these villains are doing.
Yeah.
No, but don't forget, most of Batman's movies were about the villain, like Batman against the Joker. Batman. Yeah. Remember, every time a Batman movie came out, it was like, who is the new villain? Because Batman has those iconic villains. The villain sometimes drives the movie. I think what Marvel was able to do that was so great was focus everybody in on their heroes, and nobody really cared about the villain.
Yeah.
But again, their best movie had the greatest villain. Thanos is their super villain. That's their Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. And like, where do we go after Thanos? Well, we're gonna go. We're doing Super Skrulls after Thanos, I'm sure, or Skrulls.
Yeah.
So
No, they setting up the Skrull Kree, Secret Wars, Invasion, all that shit. So,
I have a feeling they're combining Secret Wars and Secret Invasion.
And now that they got X-Men coming in too, and if they can get Fantastic Four into their catalog, oh my God, Marvel's going to be off the charts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So before we go any further, should we play one of the voicemails before we play more of this?
Yeah, play a voicemail.
Who do you want to hear from? Research and Development, Stanley the Snitch, or Doug?
Research and Development.
All right, let's see what Research and Development has to say. Come on, play. Why aren't you playing?
Any minute now.
Well, you know what? This shit won't play.
I got you, Nate.
Yes. All right. Zoe, prepare. Because me and Hannibal might keep this going. So, yeah. All right, they won't play. Let's finish this. What I'm gonna do with these voicemails is I'm gonna throw them up on the show because I think I had to convert them, but I didn't because I failed you all. Hang on. Sorry. Shit. Damn it.
So I'm interested in getting to all. Well, what should we start with first? I mean,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hang on.
Get into it with Hannibal.
Sweet.
Fuck.
Oh man, what did the mongoose think? Like mongoose, what did you think about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was
There
great.
we go. All right. Sorry about that. Everything went crazy. Sorry. That was not where I was trying to start it, and something is. I think it's Zoom messing with me.
Look, listen, it wouldn't be a shit show without it, right?
Yes. What time stamp were we at? We're at 140.
No, we should have been around 140, something like that. I wasn't looking, but I know we was in that area somewhere.
All right. Let's play one more little bit, and then maybe we can solve this, or we can ask Nate his opinion because we've been at this shit for a while. I'm sure Nate's got to get moving, so let's play.
Nice. I like how you did that, Monty. That was real slick.
but me and you, we still got beef.
Okay. Bring that shit. Like Ja Rule and 50 Cent. I'm with it.
Oh, and Reese said too much Nickelback rots the brain.
Facts.
Murder.
Facts.
All right, here we go. It's not playing now. Really? Stop. There we go.
So, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. When the dust settles and the smoke clears, history is going to remember that Winter Soldier was the better movie.
I can't agree with you on that. Hannibal, I respect your opinion and honestly love you like a brother, but you are fucking wrong.
If you go to the little show, which is Flying Zombies, we're probably going to change that. I put some serious black nerd on black nerd hate crime is going on.
And I think it's as simple as this. I think, and not that he's wrong, but he's wrong, that Hannibal, I love how the role of Judge Hannibal is being played by the mongoose on this show.
Hey.
You guys are going at it right now. What do you want me to do?
This is friendly banter. What are you talking about?
No, man, I do feel like I'm being accosted right now. I don't feel like it's very. I think that Monty is going all Super Saiyan on my ass right now. He's just like you got the glow right now. You just like.
All right. So that didn't get us anywhere, but acknowledging that that show we were going back and forth, and the mongoose does sound like Alvin.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, I just sped it up so I could get through the whole 40 minutes in like 10 minutes, so I could edit it down. Yeah. And then I was like, I kind of like the way this sounds.
But like ultimately, it's getting to a point where there was a bet that within a year's time.
Yep.
Winter Soldier would be seen as a superior movie.
Yeah, the bet was, and like I said, the bet is it actually plays right after that last little piece right there on the video.
But it all depends on who's judging how, like how you guys are gonna get this objective standard. Because if you guys want to just like
we were gonna use
who
sites
decides what's the best movie.
We decided
the plan was to use the IMDb score, the Rotten Tomatoes score, and the Metacritic scores as an aggregator for the movies. And then based on those 5 or 6 metrics from those 3 websites, that would give us an idea of which film people felt like was the better film. And I stand by that. I still stand by that.
Yeah. And there were consequences for losing also.
Yes.
Which
yes.
is why we have to settle this.
Right.
Which is why I'm bringing up old shit. Because Hannibal, I want my fucking nachos, and the shit show audience wants their fucking Hannibal reading the audiobook version of Twilight for them.
First things first.
God.
I stand by. I watched both movies again today, and when I watched them both, I watched Guardians first, and the first thing I thought was, "Wow, this movie is a lot better." Watching it back now,
it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
It was a good movie, and I think before I gave it a B plus. Now today, I would actually raise it to an A minus. Like, it's almost a flawless film. It's a movie that I think everybody should see. And there's there's slight little plot issues, and it's so minuscule. It's not even worth for real bringing up. Like, I think it's almost a perfect comic book film.
Well, hold on, Monty. Did you watch Captain America, the original Captain America?
Oh yeah.
All right. Because I would understand. I'm with Hannibal 100%. He's 100%. I think there's no way that you can't see that that Winter Soldier is not a better movie. But I thought you might not have seen that Captain America because you could come to that conclusion.
I do not think it's a better movie.
Yeah, because see, I think for Monty, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, but look, you can correct me. Jump in if I'm wrong.
All right.
Monty likes his superheroes and his superhero films to be super, and Captain America is like a guy that basically just whipped. Captain America Winter Soldier is essentially Jason Bourne. He's a guy that whips a lot of ass, but he's not really super. You know what I'm saying? Falcon is a guy with some wings and some tech, but he's not super. Fucking Bucky Barnes, Black Widow, Nick Fury. Nobody is super in that movie. Nobody, and I think that part of it is why it doesn't resonate, because it comes across as, like I said, it comes for me, and I even thought this while I was rewatching Winter Soldier, which I also give an A minus to. So the movies, I gave them the same rating, and I always gave Captain America Winter Soldier an A minus. I think it's damn near flawless. But when I watched it, I realized this is like watching the Bourne Identity movies. If the Bourne Identity movies had a better plot, better writing, and better action.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's probably a better Bourne Identity movie. And I think, and I'll meet you there, where I agree with you, because that's the reason, part of the reason I didn't read a lot of Captain America comics. Because Captain America comics, like the newer ones, kind of play out like that, where it's like I'm picking up a comic book. I want big, larger than life. I want in your face. I want these big comic moments. Which
you didn't want like an episode of C-SPAN that turns into like an ops mission and that's it. I understand.
Yeah,
I get it.
And I can't call that a better movie. And here's my problem with Winter Soldier. While it is a great movie, it's hard for me to get to comic book movie with it.
Yeah, I can see how you get there.
I don't. I disagree. It's a comic book character. It's in the movie. It's a comic book movie. I don't understand. Like,
look,
it's literally.
If
like,
we're gonna go with that, Dolph Lundgren's Punisher was a Punisher movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a bad Punisher movie.
Bullshit. You're fucking wrong again.
No, I'm wrong. You know, just because they made it and it was bad doesn't negate it from existence. Like it exists. It's there.
All right.
It's not good, but it's there. Just like the He-Man movie and the fucking Masters of the Universe movie. They came out. They exist. They're just not good.
That's a horrible movie. Oh my god.
Yes. All right. Well, we gotta hash this out. Nate, I'm sure you gotta bounce. You probably gotta work tomorrow.
Yes. I forgot how late it's getting.
I'm looking at the time. Yes, I'm looking at the time.
Well, listen. Also, you guys didn't bring up the whole LeBron James saying that he's the greatest player.
See, and I tried to set that shit up for fair or foul.
You did, and I totally just was like, you threw the ball up in the air, and I just watched that motherfucker go out of bounds. I was just like, here it goes.
Yeah, I was like, Hannibal, you want to talk about that shit?
Before I run, I'm gonna make one quick point on it.
Go for it.
Michael Jordan never had to tell anybody he was the greatest. People always made the argument for him. So when you gotta say you're the greatest, you're probably not.
Yeah, facts. I feel the same way about Mayweather. So if you gotta tell people you're the greatest, then you're not the greatest.
Yeah, because that's what Mike said. Every time somebody said, hey, "Are you the greatest basketball player to ever live?" He said he never said anything. Let somebody else make that argument.
See,
and they did. They did because for a whole time it was kind of like, oh, maybe Kareem and maybe this. Yeah. Unanimously, it's just Mike.
But see, I think there's levels to that. Like I think it depends on where you are when you're calling yourself the greatest. Because, like, me and Hannibal say we're the best show on YouTube, but we got, 95 subscribers?
No, but there's a difference from when it's actually could be true. Like, this guy could actually be the greatest player.
Yeah,
like,
it's about levels.
Legacy,
yeah, it's about levels.
Yeah. So, and for those LeBron James fans out there who think I'm hating on the brother, LeBron is great. He is on the Mount Rushmore. If you tell me I need two people on my team to survive, it's Michael Jordan and then LeBron. LeBron James is number 2 in my book. He will be on my team if I get the first 2 picks. But
you would pick LeBron over Kareem?
Yes. LeBron just does. LeBron is just that type of player, man. LeBron is someone who took straight up bombs, to 8 straight NBA finals. That's the type of player LeBron James is. When he's on a team, you're playing for a championship guaranteed. So I'm saying LeBron is great. Like, nobody can say he is number 2 on the list. If he's not number 2 on the list, you don't know basketball.
LeBron is great, and I know basketball, and LeBron would be like, if Michael Jordan isn't the greatest player of all time, the only other person whose name you can even have in that conversation is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's it. Kareem was the guy.
Kareem is great. But he's not as great as LeBron James, though. No, he's not.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and me and you gonna argue about. Matter of fact, we gonna have to do a basketball show with me, you, and Ace Wonder, and we gonna just talk about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
well, look, just like Monty is wrong about Guardians, you were Winter Soldier. You were wrong about LeBron being the second greatest player of all time.
Well, look,
we agree he's not the first.
We have to figure that shit out anyway. That might be a July episode.
LeBron is definitely top 5, and
no question about that. Yeah,
and I will absolutely fight anybody who says otherwise. So, yeah, he definitely top 5.
Yeah. Wait.
So that's what that is. But yeah, as far as Nate, it's always a pleasure having you on. You know what I'm saying? We had you on the Sunken Place episode, which was fantastic. And now we got the Hannibal Monty Beef show, which is also fantastic. So, you just be injecting fantastic into all our shows, man. So we appreciate that.
Yes. Thank you so much. I feel like I'm doing a hostile video because I'm trying to keep quiet because the kid, you see, I'm dropping the mic and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're gonna keep this going for a couple minutes more once you're gone, because I think I figured out how to get through some of these voicemails. Because I want to play the voicemails on the show if we can.
Well, I'll still be listening, but I'll have a phone and I'll have my blanket over my head looking at it.
There you go. There you go. Jump in the chat if you're around.
Oh yeah, I definitely will. And listen, guys, you guys, thanks again for having me on. You guys have a wonderful night. All right.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you've never seen the Three Black Heathens show, you need to go watch Three Black Heathens. We'll make sure we put the link to their channel in the page so y'all can go check them out.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Wait, let me try one thing really quick. If
Go
this
ahead.
works, I'm gonna play it through. Let's see.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, not a goddamn thing. All right.
Nothing happened.
No, actually, wait. Hang on a second. Check this out. Watch this. Watch this. This is gonna work. So, what is that? I hear. I think we're haunted or something. All right, here we go. Now it's gonna play. So I'm about to play some voicemails while our heads get straightened out on the screen.
Okay. Oh, the heads aren't straightened out no more?
Oh, no. Once somebody leaves, it all mixes up. So, here we go.
It just looks like Nate's square is just empty now. But you and I are in the same places.
Oh, are we? Oh, all right. I didn't know. All right, here we go. This is research and development. This should play.
Okay.
Damn it. See, I have failed this city. See, I had this clever idea. It didn't work, but maybe it'll work if let me try one more thing. Here we go.
You failed the city just like Gamora failed Xandar. See, there you go.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Because the Guardians are losers, right?
No. But anyway, let's keep this going. Let me reshare what I originally had shared, so that this shit'll play.
Okay.
So let's go into this some more. I'm gonna play a little bit more of this this clip.
Yeah. So you just for real are just not just go ahead. You really just is not pro Winter Soldier. That is.
Wait. We'll talk about it. Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Like this. Monty is fucking back. I've been through some shit and I'm feeling fucking good right now. Let's do this shit. Why don't we make a wager? We will come out to Atlanta, and that person has to buy the other person last night's chicken and waffles.
Oh, no. I got something better. I got something way better. Monty and the mongoose, and Monty's driving, because it's going to be his sorry butt driving up there, is going to be driving to Atlanta, and he is going to go wherever Hannibal's living. We're going to, Hannibal, you and the mongoose are going to sit down, and Monty is going to make us the biggest plate of apology jerk chicken nachos.
And like I said, whatever you want, like me to bet, if I lose, I'll bet it. That's how confident I am I'm going to win. So I'm like, whatever you want to bet, I'm going to win. So this ought to be fun. And if you lose, okay, you have to join the Michael Bay fan club. And I mean, like, all the way in, like, you're tweeting him, like, you're retweeting all his tweets, like, you're reposting his Instagram pictures. You have to
Here we go. Wait. I'm this confident I'll win this. I will join it. I'll retweet everything that they tweet for a solid month, daily and religiously. Man. With no sarcasm, I'll retweet it as if it's the most awesome thing ever.
I'm going to let this go.
If Monty wins, what does Monty get from the beat animal?
What does Monty want?
No, wait. Monty, you're going to love this. Hannibal has got to read one of the Twilight series, one, and then do an audiobook version of the Twilight series.
Oh, that's pretty goddamn despicable of you. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right. So y'all heard that?
Yeah. So you know if Monty, so whoever loses has to make jerk chicken nachos for the winner.
Yes.
And the loser cannot have any nachos. He has to sit there and watch the winner eat jerk chicken nachos.
Yeah. And can we add to this? Like when this happens, does it have to be live on our YouTube channel since we now have video?
Yeah, it could be live.
All right.
And then the extra stuff was Monty, if he lost, he would have to join the Michael Bay fan club, and for 1 month he has to actively and aggressively retweet everything Michael Bay related, you know, for a month. And if I lost, I would have to do an audiobook version. I have to record an audiobook version of one of the Twilight books. So I'm not looking forward to that shit. It's fucked up. But you know, like I said, I'm confident that Winter Soldier is the superior film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
no.
as a sidebar, earlier today, I posted a question on my Facebook page. I posted 2 questions. The 2 questions was, one, which movie did you enjoy more, Guardians of the Galaxy or Captain America Winter Soldier? And then the second question was, which film did you think was the better film, taking out which one you think is more enjoyable? Which one do you think is the better film? And I haven't gone back through it in a while, but the overwhelming majority of responses typically went, people enjoyed Guardians more, but they overwhelmingly said Captain America Winter Soldier was the better film.
And for the record, I'm going to your page or that post, and everybody that said that, you're on the fucking list. And, you know, I haven't even seen this whole gimmick. I just think it's funny because research and development... Wait, I got to say bye to our lovely producer, Zoe. Research and development told me about this gimmick, and I find it hilarious. So... So there you go. But everybody on that list is going on the fucking list. All of you.
Yeah,
all
I just look, man. It just like I understand why people like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's fun, it's fresh, it's new. It was funny, it was lighthearted. It had like retro. It had the retro music and stuff, and it was all put together incredibly well. It was fun. It was like taking a Saturday morning cartoon and putting it on the big screen, and it was great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was like, and Captain America Winter Soldier was a different film. You know what I'm saying? It's like comparing Galaxy Quest to like I said, one of the Jason Bourne movies. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they're both great movies. And today, at this moment, I would say that if you gave them both grades, I could probably confidently give them both the same letter grade. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I think maybe it comes down to a matter of preference. I don't know. For me, for my money, Winter Soldier is the better film. Still, even watching it today, like, and then I watched the whole Guardians, and I was like, "Damn, this movie is a lot better than I thought." I thought the movie is a lot better this time than I thought it was the first time, specifically because I see its place in the Marvel universe now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing things now. Like, I'm seeing Ronan the Accuser attack Xandar in the Kree ship, you know, and I've been paying a lot of attention to the Krees and the Skrull history lately because I'm looking forward to what they do with Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel, you know, the Inhumans, the Eternals, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love that they introduced the Nova Corps very, you know, like in the background, because I think, like, you know, like, I can't wait for the Nova character and the new Warriors to pop up. So I thought it was dope. But within the first like 10-15 minutes of Captain America Winter Soldier, I was like, oh yeah, this is the better movie. Like, even rewatching these shits today, like, really? 10 minutes in, I was like, yeah, this is the better movie.
See, I just think you don't like comic book movies.
No, I love comic book movies. Like my favorite comic book, like my top 3 comic book films is Dark Knight, Watchmen, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, but whenever I hear people put Winter Soldier above something like Guardians, I think, to me, it's like there's like, look, taste this pecan pie. You can't even tell it has pecans in it. I'm like, well, why are you eating pecan pie?
And I'm saying that I think a comic book movie doesn't have to be fit into a specific category. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, man, some people like to watch their porn with the story. Some people like the porn to just get straight to the fucking. All right? It don't stop from being porn, Monty. Damn.
Yeah.
Man, why you gotta make me yell at you on screen, bro? Right?
Damn. Like, no, I just, because I keep hearing from when people defend this movie, they defend it as how not like a comic book movie it is. That bothers me.
But I think they say it's not like a comic book movie because, and I would make the same argument for Logan as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's that comic book movies have always followed a certain model. It was like, you have the hero, the hero gets his powers, you got the antagonist, you got the conflict, and then it resolves with the hero saving the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all comic book films ever created. And then they were like, well, what if we don't make comic book movies like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like they made a comic book movie that played like a regular movie. It wasn't like a regular movie. It played like, it was still a comic book movie because like Captain America, regardless of how you felt, that guy had fucking superpowers, okay? He literally, like the first guy he kicked in the chest, that guy died.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
That guy flew off the fucking boat and died. All right? That dude's dead. You know what I'm saying?
His
like,
family ain't seeing him anymore.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even just the simple shots of like, the opening scene of like, Falcon is running around the Washington Monument, and Captain America's like, on your left, and you see him race past. Yeah. And then there's like the one scene where he runs past him, and then like they show the camera pan around to the left of Falcon, and then you just see Captain America like 1,000 yards away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was just simple photography that just made it look like he was just super fast. Like they were showing you that he was a superhuman without having to show you that he was a superhuman.
And I get all that. I get all that. And it was all cool and all well done. And I enjoyed the shit out of it.
But
it's that same but. It's that same but. It's why are you trying to take the pecans out of the pecan pie? Or why are you trying to downplay the nuts in a pecan pie? It's a nut pie.
You know what? You know what? You date a lot of white girls. That's why you always gotta throw that little butt in there. You always gotta throw that little butt in there. You always gotta throw that butt in there.
Damn.
Gotta always throw a little butt in there. They're like, I like it, but I'm like, fucking just say it's good, leave it alone.
No, I'm just saying there's that thing. If you want to know why, I want to see a comic book movie. And if we go back to Logan did try and break the mold, and it did, but Logan was still had big superhero action. It had those big hero moments. Like, we got the shot where Wolverine was like, hands out, flying down, slicing motherfuckers.
Yeah, like we got that scene with Captain America jumping out of that fucking elevator, landing on his shield.
Yeah, but
that's not a superhero moment?
It is. We didn't get enough of them for me.
So all we're talking about now is we're just negotiating quantity. So your superhero movies just have, so per minute you just need a certain amount of superhero shit to happen. So that's all. So we're just negotiating quantity. That's all. Okay, I got you. Cool.
You've been coached by the mongoose, because I feel like you're trying to walk me into a trap.
No, I'm not. I'm just look. The issue I have is that you're basing whether the movie is great or not based on your feelings and your preconceived notions. Look, I hate musicals. I hate all fucking musicals.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But Chicago's a great movie. Les Miserables is a great movie. I don't ever want to watch them again, but they're great.
No, what I'm doing is I'm thinking of these as comic movies. I'm comparing comic movies to comic movies. And I actually prefer comic movies to non-comic movies. That's just what I like. And Guardians is more of a comic movie, and I think better than Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier is a movie that, like, I like it, and I probably agree with you and probably give them the same grade. Like, I'd probably be at just a flat out A for both of them.
I'm laughing at Emily in the chat.
Musicals. Emily came running. And everybody welcome Reese C to the shit show chat. I just read that too.
Reese is definitely happy to have you on here, especially when you get to witness Monty just being super wrong right now.
No, Hannibal, you are fucking wrong. Winter Soldier is still not the better movie.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
It's not. And Reese C agrees with you. That's why you're being so nice to him.
No, I'm not. I would. So first off, I'm a nice fucking guy. All right. You know what I'm saying? When I read that James Gunn tweet about people having AIDS, I only laughed a little bit because I'm a nice fucking guy.
Oh, I couldn't get to it quick enough. Damn it, wrong mouse. I was trying to get to the soundboard, but we'll get this since I fucked up. Hang on.
So this is what I want to do, because I know we need to wrap up the show and then start doing the post show.
Yes.
Next week when we do our show about rap beef in 2018.
Yes.
What we'll do is we'll come up with the composite score from IMDb, Metacritic, and Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And we can announce the winner. Do you want to announce the winner on that show? Or do you want to announce it on our on the shit show award show?
Actually, let's announce it on the Golden Turds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll announce the winner there, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the punishment in place.
Yes.
For whomever that person is.
Yeah, and this will be a thing that'll be separate from a shit show, but it'll be right here on this channel. So tell your friends, share this shit show, get them involved. And
yeah,
I mean, I could tilt the scale in your favor and get some audience participation, but I don't know.
I mean, look, like. So here's the thing. I already know that I'm right, so I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the outcome. I already know that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I already know I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a sore loser. I'm a poor sport. I'm a poor sport. Like I'm like the WNBA. I'm a poor sport. All right. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't worried about this shit, man. I already know I'm right. Because, like I said, I posted the shit on Facebook, and I saw the comments. You heard Nate Broady say he's been sitting online talking to different people. You know what I'm saying? And he's watched a lot of the reviews, and people unilaterally agree. Like, and here's where I'm going to end off on the shit.
All right, bring it on. What do you got?
Despite the fact that I know which one is the superior film, at the end of the day, it really boils down to preference. And if I talk to somebody and I was like, hey, what are your favorite comic book films? What are your 5 favorite comic book films of all time? If somebody says Guardians of the Galaxy is in their top 5, I'm not going to kick their ass over that shit. It's not like they said Elektra or Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's not like they said Ghost Rider 2.
True,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
Ang Lee's Hulk. Then I'm like, okay, now I might got to fight you. But you know, if you say, yeah, and understand, I'll fight a child. Okay, if you like I had a kid. I was talking to a kid the other day about comic book movies, and we were talking about Avengers, Infinity War, and Black Panther. And I asked him what his favorite 5 movies was, and this nigga said Ant-Man, and I just fucking kicked him out the car with we was going 45. I don't give a fuck, man. You gotta get the fuck out of my shit. And Ant-Man is a dope movie, but top 5, nah, man, you got to hit the pavement on that one, bro. Put your teeth on the curb, my nigga. Yeah. I straight American History X you on that shit.
Shit. All right. You take your movie seriously, all right? That's cool.
I do.
That's cool.
Very, very serious. You know what I'm saying? How serious you got to be to go into the movies with a mask on all the time? All right? Take this shit. This shit is life, nigga. This shit is real life.
See, I think that's why maybe you're seeing what you're seeing at the movies and why you're so fucking wrong. Try watching it without the mask. It's dark in the theater.
Nope. I reject that. I reject that totally.
All right. I mean,
but this isn't the first time you've been wrong about some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I let you be wrong about shit. I don't even fight you on it. I just be like, you know what? You was wrong about Nirvana's best album.
I was
wrong.
fucking right about that. I was fucking right about that.
Definitely wrong about
How
that.
much did y'all listen to that shit? One time?
The Nirvana joints?
Yeah.
So okay, I won't deny that you've listened to Nirvana's catalog more than I have. I won't deny that shit. But there's a reason that Nevermind is the album that it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, once again, it's one of them things where you got to separate the difference between what's good and what you like. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. The Nirvana's Unplugged album is a great album.
It's the best.
It is not their best album, though.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
There's a difference between what is your favorite and what is your best. And this is one of those things that is unilaterally agreed upon amongst all musicians and music critics.
You know what?
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what? I'm clipping this out. This camera shot.
And look, and you wrong for not watching Fight Club. You know what I'm saying? And you wrong for saying that Stan is not a great Eminem song. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
And you wrong for saying that white girls got ass. And you wrong for only drinking tequila and whiskey and not drinking other alcohols. You know what I'm saying? And I let you be wrong because you my friend and you entitled to your own opinion, even if that shit's wrong. If you want to think 2 + 2 is yellow, I'm gonna be like, all right, it's not, but all right. It's okay.
All right. Well, you know what? I will let you be wrong about Captain America, but I still want my nachos, and I want to, hear the audio book of Twilight.
Okay, look, listen, we got time. We got 2 weeks. Okay, we don't know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks. Okay,
all right? I know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna call. Look, listen. I'm gonna text Vladimir Putin. I'm gonna tell him this is gonna have grave implications on the next upcoming election. He's gonna get his Russian trolls to yes, Daryl. Hold on. Let me do this real fast. He said, yes, Daryl. Monty said that Stan is not a great Eminem song.
No, I did not say Stan is not a great Eminem song.
What did you say?
You asked me if Stan was in my top 5 Eminem songs. And I said no. And I can see the face you're making behind the mask right there.
Now, okay, and where on your list of of 168 Eminem songs, didn't it fall in the mid 80s?
Hang on a second. I will tell you exactly. I know we're trying to wrap up, but y'all got to sit around because I gotta go. Hang on, here we go.
So you pull up your list, and I'm gonna explain what you did. And then you gonna say it, and then they gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let them roast you, right? Thank you. So Monty has this thing when he listens to any project, he listens to the album 15 times, okay, and then he ranks every song. He gives it anywhere between 1 to 5 stars, okay, and then after he listens to the album 15 times and he gives it a rating, he's able to quantify the album based on the star ratings that he gave every song. And then what he did was he took every Eminem song from every Eminem album and then put them in order, the songs in order from his most favorite to least favorite. Now, mind you, this is a totally subjective list. So that list is supposed to be all over the place, all right? It is what songs specifically speak to you. Now, the world recognizes that one of Eminem's greatest songs, if not his greatest song, is Stan. Okay, I'm pretty sure.
Correction. Who Knew is his greatest song, but
I'm pretty sure Rolling Stone, and I'm not saying they're the end all be all metric for music, but I'm pretty sure Rolling Stone had it listed as either one of the 5 greatest rap songs of all time and one of the 10 greatest rock songs of all time. You know what I'm saying?
But one of the 10 greatest rock songs? Did it really?
Because I think they counted rap and rock music.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, if not, go ahead. But so, where did you have it listed?
Stan is number 86 of 147.
So he listened to 147 Eminem songs, and Stan landed right in the middle. Can you explain to the people how you feel about the song Stan?
I really like the song Stan.
I
really like the song Stan.
Is it a 5-star song for you?
It's not a 5-star song for me.
It's not.
It's a 4-star song.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, Stan gets a 4 out of 5.
It's not quite a perfect song.
Yeah, no, it's not quite a perfect song. Flat out. Bring it.
I don't gotta say. You said it already. Okay.
Yeah, it's 4 out of 5. Like, there are many songs that are better. Like, the first 5-star song that shows up on the list, the lowest ranking 5-star song at number 68 is Infinite, the title track from Infinite. And if you don't think that's a great song, something's wrong with you.
I haven't heard Infinite in a long time. I won't speak. What other 5-star songs do you have on that list? I'm curious.
From Eminem?
Yeah.
All right, pick a number from wait, where was it? From 68 to 1.
25.
25. Number 25 is Spacebound. Spacebound's a fucking great Eminem song. That's one of his best. That's way better than Stan.
What's 22? No, it's not. Go ahead. What's 22?
25 to Life. That one is also way better than Stan.
No, it's not. What's number 7?
Number 7. Number 7 is Baby. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. I'm only trying to warn you.
Yeah, like so Reese wants to know what's going on, and I think I also want to know what's going on. I want to know what's up with my friend. I want to know why you done fell and bumped your motherfucking head. But at the end of the day, the list is subjective, and it's going to fluctuate over time. So maybe, when you get more mature, I couldn't even say that shit with a straight face. I couldn't even. I'm sorry.
Stan is not going to climb the list, Hannibal. It's just not.
Yeah, it's not. And see, here's the thing. It's not going to climb the list. And this was going to be part of my What's Eating Hannibal, because my What's Eating Hannibal was going to be about the stubbornness of Monty. How you get in positions, and if people make it too much of an issue, how you hunker down into your position, whether you agree with it or not. It's like, nope, I'm here. This is where I'm at. Fuck you. And that's where it's at. So I feel like with Stan, I've made it too much of an issue now. So even if you wanted to move it up the ladder, you won't move it up the ladder just to spite me.
I would totally move it up the ladder if it deserved to move up.
It definitely deserves to move up.
It doesn't. Prove to me why.
That's
See, you can't. You got nothing.
It's a great song. It's a great concept. It's a great beat. It's everything about that shit is fantastic.
No. Don't give me Trump reasons. Like, it's fantastic.
Like, you for real don't see like that song is great?
That song, it is a really great song.
How many Eminem songs have been nominated for the Grammy for Song of the Year?
I don't give a fuck what it was nominated for.
It's one.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck what it's nominated for. They're wrong too.
I'm just saying a group of his peers from all genres said that the year that shit came out, on that album that had many hits and sold many units, that Stan was one of the best written songs that came out that year. People that don't like rap music said Eminem's Stan, like, the song was so good, it has become a part of hip hop terminology. It has become a part of the world's language. It has become a word that is in the dictionary. When somebody is too big of a fan of somebody, they are now called stans.
But and I get that. But it's like, it's the same reason Stan isn't higher on my list, for the same reason Guilty Conscience isn't higher on my list because they were both really great songs based on a gimmick.
Why is the story a gimmick though?
It's the way he chose to tell the story that's the gimmick. It's a gimmicky song. It's a good gimmicky song.
See, now we're getting into the pathos of now we're getting into the pathos of Monty. But you know, and it goes great because I'm gonna segue it back into Guardians of the Galaxy versus Captain America Civil War. The issue there with you is that you have a bar, you know, a measuring stick, a quantifier for what is or isn't a superhero film.
All right.
And it did not meet your criteria, therefore it is not the superior film. It is the superior film, but it is not the superior film because it doesn't meet that criteria.
Kinda. Like I don't think you're. Yeah. That's not quite my argument, but that's part of it. Yeah. That's part of it.
Yeah.
You keep saying, yeah, that doesn't make it my argument, though.
Look, man, I got you, man. I understand. Like I said, we've been friends for a long time. I got you. I know what it is. And I know ain't nobody gonna change your mind on this. So it's what it is.
Oh, look, Daryl, why are we arguing your personal preference? Oh, man. Y'all look at it. Wait, what are we talking about on the show? That's next week, right? Yeah. What are we talking about? Rap beef?
Next week we're talking rap beefs of 2018. We're going to go through all the rap beefs from last year, talk about which ones was good, which ones was terrible, and which ones was really terrible.
Oh, so y'all are going to double team me. All right, I got it.
No, we're not. It's no double team, man. We're going to just, like, because I feel like 90% of the time, or 95% of the time, we're on the same page. It's like every now and then, there'll be something.
Yeah. What it ends up being is we will agree, like somebody will bring in a chocolate cake. We're like, yeah, I fucking love chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake too. And we like different parts of it. And that's where the clash happens.
Yeah.
That's where the clash happens. Like, I don't understand why you like an inch thick of frosting when the standard is a quarter. Like, what's wrong with you? That's
I like
the argument.
Frosty. I like diabetes I can taste. That's why.
Wait. Emily said, wait, what is Suspicious Minds? I don't know that song.
I don't know. I was looking at that too.
Yeah,
Hold up, Reese.
And Emily said it's ranked 296 in the top 500 songs of all time. Stan is.
There you go.
See, y'all keep bringing these lists in. Well, if it's 296, they left off how many songs? They left off a fuck ton of songs because Stan is 4-star. That's a lot of math. I'm too tired for that math at this time of night.
And with that, we can bring this show to a close.
Yes, let's bring it to a close.
I don't want to argue with my friends no more. I don't even feel like we're arguing. We disagree. You know, you're on your side of the fence. I'm on my side of the fence. Clearly, you aren't dissuading me. I'm not.
That's true.
Even though the vast majority of our chat room is on my side, you know what I'm saying? And they're all on your list right now. At the end of the day,
wait. Emily hasn't said anything bad about or Ann or like Reese came in or Reese. I'm sorry, you said leave the C off early. Came in defense of you on the video I made saying Hannibal's wrong. So fine, be that way. Daryl,
Reese, we love having you here on the shit show. I just want to say that right now. I want you to know.
LA never said anything.
Look, listen, man. Listen. Captain America: Winter Soldier is the superior movie.
And all right, there you go. You can close with that. And Hail Hydra. Hey. So here we go. Let's play a closing audio. See what I did there? Yeah. So anything else to say before I wrap this shit up?
No. I think it's it. Like all in all, this is a good show. You know what I'm saying? So I just was like, if y'all can put in the comment section, if y'all agree with me, put Monty, hashtag Monty is wrong. If y'all believe that Monty is right, then keep it to yourself.
Yeah,
and
put hashtag don't listen to Hannibal if Monty's right.
Hashtag don't listen to Hannibal. Why would somebody not want to do that? Why wouldn't want somebody to make their life better? Okay, you follow my advice, you're going to get rich. Okay, you're going to have better sex. Fucking all kinds of shit happens. Your life is enriched when you listen to Hannibal. Why would you tell those people not to have great things?
There we go. There's a team Monty. See?
I must have missed it. I must have. Hold up. I'm gonna have to play it. I'm gonna have to go back and see.
No, don't look at it. Just don't worry about it.
So next week we're talking rap beef. The week after that we're ranking all of the comic book movies of 2018, and then the week after that we are doing the Shit Show Awards.
Yes, the Golden Turd Awards, and it is going to be a very special show. Like, do you see the look that's around us right now? This is all going to be different.
Yeah, and we're going to be having wait, who's our guest next week for the rap beef show?
I thought it was, we haven't discussed it with Daryl. We were supposed to do the Sunken Place with him, but you wanted to do rap beef. I'm happy having him on the rap beef show.
Hey, get you a producer that can do both. All right, you know what?
Yeah.
So guess what, Daryl? You are on both shows.
There we go.
You're going to be on the 2018 rap beef show, and you're going to be on the Sunken Place and Mayonnaise Devils show that we do in February. And then the following week, live action animation, LA Anime 2010, you will be on our show where we rank all the comic book movies of 2018. I'll give you a call after the show so we can go ahead and get you talking about that shit.
I mean, we can even bring you into this Zoom call after the show and we can talk about it.
We'll do that. And then the week after that, we will be doing the first ever Shit Show Awards featuring our good friends at the motherfucking Geek Room.
Yes. And I do want to see if I can throw a request out because I haven't thrown it out to any of you.
Oh shit. And one more. And January 6th on Sunday, Monty and I will be guests on the Drunken Peasants podcast. So definitely tune into that because they have a huge fan base, a huge subscriber base, and they reached out to us and was like, hey, we want to have you guys on our show. And I was like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time. So
yeah, man.
I can't wait. And I'm hoping for the Golden Turd Awards that we can all, dress it up a little bit. Do you have like a tie you can wear on your mask, Hannibal?
No, not at all. But I'm sure TJ Maxx has ties.
There we go.
From there. Or maybe I can go to Joseph A. Banks. I hear they have fantastic clothes at Joseph A. Banks.
All right, pay us now. Pay us, Joseph A. Banks. We need some money. Yeah, I'm wearing my New Year's outfit. I'm going full award show. And also, as a surprise I've been working on, which we didn't mention for the Golden Turds, I've been getting in touch with a bunch of my favorite people around YouTube, and they will be presenting certain awards for us. So that's going to be a thing. You'll get to see some fun people on here. So good times.
Daryl Flowers, the Ace Wonder, does not believe I'll be wearing a tie.
No, you should get one of those shirts that has the suit printed on it.
I'll wear it for that show and then return it to Walmart.
Exactly. Just go get that shirt for one day, wear it, and then bring it back. Or no, save it. I'll get it for you for as a show thing. Just keep it for the next Golden Turd Awards.
Nice.
One time a year. Just a shirt, the T-shirt with the suit printed on it. Perfect.
When me and Sheila get married, that'll be the shirt I'll wear.
There you go. Hell yeah. All right. Well, we are out. We keep dragging it on, but this is a good show. I'm enjoying the shit out of this. So, all right, and I'm about to play our closing audio. I think that's everything. We got through it all. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Hannibal, for being wrong for so long.
You know what? Nope. You ain't finna do that to me, man. You ain't finna do that shit to me. Nope. I rebuke you.
This was a shit show. Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more.
That was great. That was good stuff.
Yes. Oh Oh, wait, my mic's still coming in.